Oh, let me find it.
Setting up for custom service. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me look over here. Yes, this says we are live. I see myself eating cheese on the restream, y'all. So,
Oh, restream, I get so fucked up with.
mm-hmm.
I admire your just plowing through.
The young folks set it up for me. So fortunately, I've just had to add things to it, and that's why I restream. Yeah. Yo, welcome. This is
Hey.
outside the mic.
Hey,
Yes.
Hey,
And I just want to shout out the folks that are here on screen with me already. We have Rachel Fogletto,
hey.
yeah,
Darryl Charles,
This thing.
you.
Keane
Hey.
Cobb. Oh, I'm June. Lamar Todd.
Yo.
Sucks to be quarantine crew, Chris Esperance. From Hawaii, but now in Philadelphia. Y'all can't see him on the live stream. Shannon.
Hey,
And last but not least, birthday girl herself,
Hey.
Cecily, Professorly Alexandria, fighting back the smile. Yes.
Hey.
Happy
hey,
Feel
happy
the
birthday!
love.
birthday.
Woo.
Hey.
Thanks,
Happy
Cecily.
birthday.
Leo
Happy
gang.
birthday.
Hey.
No,
Feliz cumpleaños or something. I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That
yeah.
was good. I believe so.
Yes.
Better.
Feliz cumpleaños, papi. Yes. So, Cecily, I'm gonna cancel your spotlight right now. All right.
Thank
And
you.
as so I've written in the descriptions and a little bit of lead up to us doing this, and I've overwritten to y'all that this feels like a moment to me, that we've spent like 5 months adapting to being in isolation, and now we're coming back to the room. So I would like for us to have a conversation about that. But before we launch into that, I just wanted to go around and give each person a chance to talk about what shows you have coming up this week, and if you've been performing live, where you've been performing. And anybody can jump in first.
It's like that, huh?
Is it me? I'm on Setoiyo and Friends at
Hey.
Punchline this
Hey,
Thursday the 13th. Hey.
Hey,
And I'm also on David James and Friends on Saturday the 15th at Punchline, part of the
Nice.
patio series. So
yes.
yeah. Yeah. And it's my first. These are my first
Oh,
outs.
well,
awesome.
I'm on Peggy and Friends that Friday, this Friday the 14th, and it'll
Like,
be
boom, boom, boom.
it'll be my first live stand up perform. Well, yeah, my first stand up when I actually physically stand up in about since March. And I'm not sure if you talked about. Well, we just started, so I don't think you did talk about it yet. But I am fucking terrified. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, because
Yes.
people always say it's just like riding a bike. I've never learned how to ride a bike, so I'm fucked. I have no idea what to
Same.
do. I've been performing with one of my improv teams, study hall, since like quarantine started. But uh, improv and stand up is two completely different animals, and like I just feel like I'm gonna be so. I feel like I'm gonna be like out of rhythm, but then like super excited. Because I've noticed, I'm not sure about y'all, but I've noticed like when I run into friends, like in real life, uh, I talk too fast for my own good,
Mm.
Mhm.
and I've always had this issue. Even when I was younger, I had to take like speech therapy, because I used to stutter. So I would get too excited and would just like my mouth. See, I'm doing it right now. Like I can't. It's just too much information that I want to get out at one time. So I feel like I might like fucking cloud through my set. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Mhm. 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 I've been thinking about that. I don't want to launch too much, but pacing was already a thing I had to think about at Punchline.
Hmm.
So yes, definitely.
Well, at least you're used to high ceilings.
Ah,
This one goes up to Jesus. Yeah, I'll be on the Lobsters and Laughs at the grill at Harriman's house. Harriman House?
Oh.
It's in the middle of Maryland. I don't know. So yeah, if anyone wants to make that trek, that's August 20th.
Okay.
But I did get to do stand up with Lovable Monsters. Speaking of Peggy, they did like a show in the backyard. Shit, I can't remember the name of the dude. Anyway, it was to sponsor people who make
Oh,
face
Dan-
shields. Yeah,
Ostra. I don't know how to say his name.
Dan Ostrov.
Dan
I'm an
Ostrov.
asshole. I'm
Yeah,
an
they do
asshole.
things.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't know how to say his last name. Oh my god.
It's a benefit for their thing, and it was. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like I did a lot of the comedian tricks from when you're not confident, where you explain what's happening. So, I didn't quite do the. I just wrote this, so but I didn't do that one.
Let me try this out.
Let me try
this
this
is-
out. This one fresh, so we'll see.
This guy knows what I'm talking about. You know?
So what else is going on? What y'all been reading in the news? No, I didn't do that, but like it felt a little alien at first. I started riffing on like the mic because it smelled like lemons because they were doing.
Ooh, smells. Wow.
Yeah, it's like remember what mics used to smell like?
Oh my god, no, I don't want to
Nigga,
remember
spit
that.
Not
saliva.
anymore. You better not do that shit. If I smell the back of teeth, I'm not performing, dog. No, not anymore. We're in a different world. So yeah, I riffed on that a little bit, and then I went into jokes, and I think I probably only told like one pre-pandemic joke, which is on my album Black Gentrifier. It's anyway. But yeah, no, I only told like one.
Daryl, quick question. Where can I find Black Gentrifier?
DarrylCharles.bandcamp.com would be the place if you were going to find it. Actually,
Thank you for the information.
No problem. It depends. Look, if you have an Android, you can go to the Play Store.
Okay.
If you've got an iPhone, you can go to hell. No, you can go to the Apple Store.
Already got my spot reserved, so
you can go to the Apple Store and find it. But yeah, it came back to me. I feel like I had fun, and it started to feel good. Like probably like second punchline in, where it starts to get like back to it, and you're like, shit, yeah, and then like you have fun, and then you go over your time. You know, but I think I went over by like a minute, and then I said that's enough, and then I put.
How'd you feel after the first laugh? Because when I first started like back in 2008, I remember I was in line for my very first open mic, and I was nervous as shit. And like one of the older comics, he was like, "Hey man, you new?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "As soon as you get that first laugh, everything will be okay. As soon as you feel that feeling, you'll be good." How'd you feel after the first laugh?
I felt good. I feel like it was the same before and after that first laugh. It was more about like just getting comfortable, you know, getting that muscle memory back of just being on stage and telling jokes. But I definitely felt like the crowd was so happy to be outside.
Yeah.
And you could tell it from the way that they were. And I think I was like the third comic on the lineup or something. So I was able to see it for the other comics, but like the crowd was just so happy that there wasn't that feeling of, oh man, like, you know, rough crowd out here. Like, oh, y'all don't want to laugh at some shit. Like it wasn't that at all. Everybody was just so fucking excited to be outside and like around other people that like, I don't want to shortchange them, but it was damn near like, oh, this was easy. Because they were just hyped. And yeah, I guess, and nobody was like wasted. I don't think. I think the crowd got a little more hecklery as the night went on, so I think I hit the sweet spot. Yeah, before the beers took over.
Cool.
But yeah, and then I got some Zoom shows, but I don't have the info for that. I think that's this Saturday, and then something else. So, you know, I'll be both in the real world and on the interwebs.
I'm Cecily, Alexandria.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Cecily.
Thanks. My energy is really low because I did a high ropes course today.
Yeah.
And when you don't exercise for 4 months and then try to do the actual workout kind of thing, it doesn't. Oh my God. So I am like extremely, extremely tired. I was out there for like on the ropes for 2 hours. So that was also me bragging about my abilities to do things. Anyway, I am not in the real world. I'm still in the virtual. I live in the virtual right now. I have my storytelling show, Truth Tellers, which is my background right now. And it is this Thursday at 8 p.m. on Crowdcast, which is an online thing. Tickets are $8. And if you are gonna be out and about going to see other people on Thursday, like Setoiyo and friends, you can still buy your ticket and you can still watch the show afterwards. There's a replay, so you can watch it anytime through October. I'm taking it down in October just because I like to have power. And then I have the other virtual shows in September and October and November. I have things set up for that, but most importantly, Truth Tellers. I will be telling a story. My mom, my brother, a friend of mine from 10, 15, I don't know, years ago, and Shannon, who you can't see.
And where's your video?
I'm on low power mode. My phone was dying, so but video won't pop up on my phone right now. Sorry. Yeah.
Nice excuse. I'm gonna use that.
Always got
it.
Oh yeah.
I got why you call me out of it? Why you call me out of it?
Camera don't
like
work.
the one time she's like, yeah, cool.
Oh,
Come on, Darryl. You expose me,
Using the
Darryl.
power.
Now my battery low though. You don't understand. See the way my battery's set up.
Right.
It's a blind thing.
Oh no, keep battery low.
Did he?
Like everybody just takes their camera out. You just do the whole Zoom with no background.
If we keep playing my battery low, it's gonna be a podcast.
Yeah, just hurtful.
I'm gonna be on Setoiyo and Friends also.
Yeah.
Thursday, and I also am gonna watch the recording of Cecily's show before October.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I bought a ticket and I was like, damn it, I can't go because I just was like, yeah, I can go to this obviously because I'm inside, but
yeah,
it won't be. So yeah, that's a Punchline. No, Thursday. I don't know why I keep thinking it's not Tuesday, but Thursday. A Punchline on the patio, so I'm excited about that. And Saturday I'm doing the KO, I think it's KO comedy show. That's a West Coast show, so it's 7 p.m. their time, 10 p.m. Eastern time if you're looking at the flyer, and you can RSVP at kocomedy.com. So I'm still doing, like, I've done a few live shows and I feel it's like love. Like they're all different, and there's the things about comedy that you're just like, oh yeah, this is exhausting, and then there's also like the virus. So like every like, and I'm not trying to like, I don't regret anything that I've done, but it adds this like, it's weird because like after the show it feels so good.
Yeah,
like I miss being in front of people. It's like Darryl said, I was so afraid. Like, I was like, oh, this is going to be like, how am I going to remember to do like a long set? But it did, like, it came back. And I will say I was really thankful for doing virtual shows because, and I'm not against any comic who was like, I don't want to do them. I get that. But
Fuck them.
whatever. Was it like fuck me? And I was like, but whatever. Like, I do what you gotta do. But like, I was thankful to at least, even though the pacing is different, to still be thinking about a set and content and who I'm presenting it to and trying to see what it does, even if it's in a, you know, different circumstance. So I feel like that kept my like confidence a little bit because I could just be like, well, yeah, no, I've been yelling at a computer for 5 months, so I'm thrilled right now. And it was really great. And it's like, I will say, like, it's like, like I said, I've done a few different shows in way different places, and you know, everybody seems to be out to laugh. They all really like, no crowd has been bad so far. Gonna knock on wood, knock on the snake bar behind me, but there's a wall. But at the same time, you can like, it's like when people drink, there's that loosey goosiness where you're just like, oh, okay, that was like a like my old desire where I used to like be like, oh, I want to hang out and drink. I'm now just kind of like, I want to go home and take off my clothes and take a shower and wipe down my stuff and take like a spoonful of apple cider vinegar and chug water and take vitamins because I feel like I just want to do whatever I can to potentially get it out. And I would love to hang out like in my living room or in my little back patio with like 2 or 3 friends with drinks, but I do not want to be at the bar the way I used to, and I don't want to, and I do want to be at the bar, but I don't. It's like this weird, it's exhausting. It's like, I know I make this joke, but I really mean it. It's like if you've ever like done the just the tip thing and you're just like, it was a great experience, but the next day you're just like, nah, maybe shouldn't have, you know.
Now I'm worried.
Should I have to go, like, how soon can I get a test and what does it mean? But I'm excited. I still am. Like, I even said from the beginning of the pandemic, I'm like, as soon as I can do comedy again, I'm going to do it. I knew it. I knew it inside. As much as I have concerns and I take precautions, I'm like, it's like everything I've ever had that I know I want to do. I'm like, I know I'm going to do it if I want to. So it's like, I can't, not that I can't stop myself, but I won't.
For sure.
Totally. There have been many things in my life that made me go, I know I shouldn't do it. I'm going to feel bad about it later. But guess what? It feels good in the moment.
and not like it's bad. I don't want to paint it like it's like, you know, raw dogging it with some rando you met, you know.
I think it's just like that, actually.
Yeah. I think it was probably like that before the pandemic, honestly. So. Yeah, so come out. I mean, look, if you feel safe, that's the thing. I'm like, if you feel safe, come out. If you don't, I get it. You know, there's still Zoom shows, but you know, come out, be safe, wear a mask when you're not putting alcohol in your face hole.
Yeah.
You think clubs will start being judged by the smells of their mics now? Like what Darryl was saying earlier.
I already judged a place by the smell. If the mic smells, I've always thought this was disgusting. I did not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's gross.
So they're not covering up the mics?
Oh, I don't
know. Well, one
what they
show
do.
I did, we all got our own mics. That was pretty cool. And it had like our names on it. I was like,
oh, wow.
I was like, this is the only place that's probably ever going to do that. But it was pretty great. It was, yeah.
They've been doing the condoms.
What?
For some, like, there's like a mic condom. They switch it out. It's like a covering they do.
The foam one or a literal condom?
Sounds like he's
Well,
talking
no,
about...
it's like a foam thing.
Oh,
Just feels
I
very.
was like, I guess rubber's a good blocker against germs and stuff.
But I was like, why do that when you already have windscreens? And then I imagine that they were actually pulling it all the way down, like the way you've been taught to put a condom
Right.
on.
Sure.
And I was thinking about, is it
Pinch the
lubricated
tip.
or not lubricated?
I know.
Top and like roll
Ease
it.
into the
Like,
stand.
is it a
that
ribbed
what it-
microphone condom?
That's what I've been saying.
squeeze the
Oh
tip?
no, about the masks. We gotta make masks like condoms, so like you can't feel them. I don't know.
Extra
People feel
thin.
like- People feel like
Extra.
like we don't even have one on.
I
No,
need a
see
sheepskin,
this. This is like my bag of condoms. This I got a
Did
bunch
you
of
keep-
I
windscreens
don't
in
need
March.
to be. I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't want to be.
Did you keep your masks on like while you performed?
No,
No.
I took my mask off. Everybody took their mask off.
Yeah, but
What about
you were way further than 6 feet away from
we
everybody.
weren't close. You know what's crazy though? The last show I did was like out in the middle of Pennsylvania somewhere, and it was like they were really far away. The audience were at least 6 feet away from me, but I was doing like a long set, like a 25. I mean, long. That's long for right now, and I kept having that urge to I caught myself doing stuff that I used to do. Like I was holding the mic stand and I wanted to walk into the audience, and I had to be like, no, Rachel, get back. Like I wanted to because my urge was to be like, they're far away and I want them to be, and then you're like, wait, no, you can't go walking into them right now. Like you can't do that.
Totally.
That's never been my problem.
I like to lean on stuff a lot, so I might have that same inkling. Like depending on the way the stage is set up, I'll either put my foot on a table or just Kat, you remember how I got down?
Yeah.
I would just do random shit. So yeah, I gotta fight that. I know I'm gonna have to fight that urge on Friday, and fight the urge from using old jokes because I don't think they're gonna pertain to shit now.
Nah, fuck it.
They laugh at everything right
Do
now,
your old
man.
jokes,
They're
man. Like they're funny. If they're funny jokes, use them. Who cares?
yeah.
Everybody understands what the fuck is
There's
going on.
nothing about topical right now that that you need to do. Like you can do everything. Everyone want to laugh.
It was actually funny because I was part of the cheat codes I was using as a comic was saying all of my new jokes are not happy ones. Like they are all very angry and whatnot. And I was like, I want y'all to have a good time, right? And I was like, so I'll try to, I was like, let me think of something that's not your little president that ruined everything. And the crowd was like, nah, man, talk to him. Like they were very excited. They were like, nah, go ahead, do it. And, so I gave them a few minutes of that and they were hyped about it, So again, it all matters. And none of it matters. Like everything. The fuck else.
So accurate.
Yeah.
People have been so fucking nice.
Yeah.
Never.
Lamarr, what have you been doing?
Lamarr been out.
Travel.
Stop, baby. I don't know about y'all. I don't know all this shit y'all talking about.
he been winning awards. That's what
he went to Vegas to tell jokes.
This shit, soon as shit went down, my man hit me, say, yo, bro, virtual. I ain't never heard this shit before. Yo, we're gonna do a virtual comedy show. This is fucking set up for March 24th.
Damn, it's
24th,
barely 2 weeks.
First show, yeah. And
was he scratching himself when he said it? Jesus Christ.
Went over Camden and me and 3 other comedians, man, from Jersey, man, and we talked into the computer. And I got heckled by my homies from Philly comedians.
Nice.
Like John Phillips and shit, and Smiles, they got in there. What the fuck is this virtual shit? I never gave a fuck because I've been performing in front of nobody, so. He's
like,
twist, what in front of nobody? It's funny as shit to perform in front of a small audience anyway. That's just hilarious in itself. So, on top of this pandemic shit, this is hilarious, man. So I had that, and then that same dude just started putting on shows, man. Every like every fucking 2 weeks or something like that. He had a show, and people kept asking him for it. And people want to fucking do shit. They just want to know that it's safe. And other than that, I mean, I didn't have a lot. It was a big decline in my performances and getting out there. And then came along this shit, and it was dope. It was like, oh man, it's a reason to write again. It's a reason to do some shit. And gotten that. And then my monthly show that I had, man, this is crazy, man. I had a monthly show called Seafood Soulful Comedy Show in North Philly. And I had these guys that would sit up front and shit like that, man. Older guys, they would like buy bottles in the club, spend a lot of money and stuff like that. Dude died from COVID. And like one of my fucking biggest fans at that show, man, him and his wife used to come there, and we used to call him like the Godfather and Godmother. He died. So that had an effect on the promoter of the show and the owner of the club. And this dude changed his life, did a whole 360, and got saved and got rid of all his liquor in the club and shit. And now he's doing like Christian comedy now. It's a strict Philly thug though. Like with the big beard, bald head, like the whole Suge Knight look.
Suge Knight, if he was a pastor.
Yes, and now he just switched the shit over. So now
he should light now.
Yeah.
Shucks, I see the light.
Yes, for the win.
To the law of the land, he said. He said, like anything, like with the COVID shit. So we're doing like 25 people a show and stuff. I did a fucking a 360 virtual show. That was dope. That was dope. And like Manny, I got some shit, but that was lit, dude. He films with a 360 thing. It's like a ball with all these cameras on it.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that was dope. And so whoever watched it in 360 or whatever. And then I did a Zoom show. I did 2 Zoom shows that were packed, like 150 people in the motherfucker.
Nice.
And that shit was dope. Just to be in there. And
Nice. Yeah.
and I opened up, right? And performed and like did my thing. Cool. And then the next person went on, and the headliner got on and didn't know how to fucking do it. And the headliner is like 30 years in the fucking game. You know what I mean? With NBC credits and everything.
Damn.
And couldn't do this shit. Now and then, so the promoter called me back and said, "Yo, she don't know how to do it. Can you go ahead and do it?" And brought me back on to go ahead and close out the show.
Ooh, damn. Oh, that hurts for the headliner.
But because I've been on this shit, you know what I mean? Like it prepared me for it. It was nothing. I was like, what? Yeah, hell no. And then somebody just called me up again. They say, "Yo, man, a lot of these headliners don't want to do these Zoom shows. They're trying to wait it out. You want to?" Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm home. Like I have nothing else. I'm home. I'm in the house.
Right.
Like, and I'm talking to a
You want to do it now, son? What's up?
I can go put a shirt on right now if you need me.
Right. And it's crazy when they approach you with it like, "Hey, man, we're trying to do something," and
like they nervous.
It's like, "Yo, we want to know if you're available."
Let me check my schedule.
And exactly every time, Darryl, I'm like, "Yo, hold on, man, I'm not sure. What's that date?"
You don't know. Some people aren't. Some people aren't doing it.
Tell them.
They're not doing it, or they are so booked. Even in the heart of the pandemic, there are people just booked up on Zoom. So
yeah.
That's like an ultimate compliment.
Granted, I book people like 30 minutes before the show, but I will tell y'all from like 21 weeks of booking, y'all have become unavailable. And I'm like, I'm giddy that y'all are busy doing other stuff. I think it's awesome, like, you know, but it used to be much easier to book SUCS than it is now. Sometimes I gotta wait to hear back from people. Like they're actually looking at their calendars now. It used to be a joke.
Nah, man.
Now it's a problem.
Many weeks, the only shit I had to do, I had nothing else going on. I'm talking about nothing to watch on TV except for that Michael Jordan shit. But other than that, there's been nothing to do at all on Sundays, and it was just a blessing to have this. And you know what I mean, to be around y'all a little bit more, man, it's dope. I just want to be around comedians and comedy, people talking comedy. Yeah, man. So I thank God for this being here. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, when I was there,
go rock out now. Now I got pandemic jokes. I got fucking riot jokes. I got You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got all that
Yeah.
that I probably wouldn't have had without this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I
Anyone
talk
else
about
having
sex
issues with?
more,
My bad.
so no, sorry.
People want to
Go ahead.
laugh. Them motherfuckers
He
is
had
screaming.
questions.
Them crowds is juicy, man. They just out there just
Hey, WAP.
anything.
I think I learned about WAP on Sunday. Or it's the crowd. It's the
Oh,
crowd.
I have a my
of
bad
WAP.
because I didn't get it. I
They
didn't get
want
it till
all
like halfway
punchlines.
through the show.
Bro,
Get
I
it.
was like, what are we doing here? The Italians don't need my protection, but I want to.
I was like, did we go back to 1950? Are we using
I
that
get it.
term again? It's so weird. I
And
thought
then there was
funny.
the dance, the WAP, and I was like, I know these young folks ain't talking about the WAP.
I had no idea. I had to like look it up, and I'm like, I hadn't. I was having a whole other conversation, so my bad on that.
I'm not the
School,
only
man.
one.
Now I gotta go back to school and explain this.
Wait, Keane, what were you gonna ask?
No, I was just gonna ask. Oh shit, that's a home run. My bad. I'm watching baseball at the same time. No, I was gonna ask. Has anyone else had issues? I don't know if issues, but like maybe like a writing block? Because like Darryl was saying earlier, like a lot of his new stuff sound angry. And to quote my boy Joey Doherty, a lot of my new shit sound like just sad truths. Like that's all my shit is right now. That's why I was so nervous about like going back. It's like my old like A material. Like I want to. I mean, I've been working on other things, but like my jokes my new jokes I feel like are trash right now. So like, is anyone else have an issue with writing? I should say.
Well, yeah, I'm feel like I'm doing topical shit, and that's not normally my shit. You know what I mean? Usually I just talk about my life and, you know what I mean, what's going on with it. And now I'm like fucking looking at World Star like, oh, that's a joke. Or looking at TMZ like, oh, shit, that's a bit right there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, but it's kind of cool because I always kind of wanted to do topical shit, but I like talking about myself more and whatever. But, yeah, it's kind of, it's not a block, but it's a difficult transition.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was more important that I just kept writing jokes than it was how long lasting they were, right? And I think that's. I mean, it does end up that like I got this pandemic material now, but at least I was able to just write literally in a bubble, right? And it helped because I was writing sketches and screenplays and blah blah blah. But like to keep that muscle active and to especially on SUCS to be riffing like actively was it was something I really enjoyed doing, and I'm glad that I was able to keep doing it in the midst of all this stuff because when I went on stage and it was time for me to riff, it didn't feel alien, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was able to just kind of keep that. I always call it just like keeping the ball afloat, but like I was able to do that pretty easily. So I think when it came to writing, like when it comes to the jokes I'm telling now, they're all like they're definitely angrier than they used to be. But I mean, maybe that would have kept up even if the president didn't completely bring this country to the brink. Maybe they would have still got angry. You can't make those guesses. So yeah.
I think. Oh, go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say about riffing, I don't do it. I like hate it. But like since I've been in this room, there's been more like I feel more comfortable, and so I'm scared that I'm going to go out into the world and think that I can do it and then just be trash.
It's always trash.
But,
Who cares?
But
try
I
it.
hate improv, so that's why I'm like
I mean, you got two of the best improv people in the city on this thing. But all right,
that really makes me laugh because of how I met Cecily. That just is
right.
That is like, oh yeah, I hate improv. I hate it the entire time.
Was she throwing out just heckling suggestions like, "What do you guys think?" Fuck off. That's what you should do.
Yeah, Yeah, Cecily, I think you do good at it.
I appreciate improv for what it is.
Which is trash.
That didn't help. That wasn't.
It's like dumpster diving for dominoes.
You know how like shit means that you're healthy? You know, like when you have a good bowel movement, it stinks and it's horrible, but like my body's working. Yeah, if it never came out, this would be a problem. That's improv.
Gotta weigh the good with the bad. That's what it is.
It's a hard deuce. That's Cecily's impression of what I've completely changed my life for. All right, cool.
I think if you're nervous, you should just do joke. Fuck it, I did old jokes. I don't give a fuck. It's like anything. It's almost like I feel like we're all starting over in a way, and it's like when people remember when you would go to the helium mic and people would be like, "Oh no, it's just a mic," but they'd all be people that worked there already. It's like no, it's not. And if you want it, it's like if I go to another city and nobody knows me, I'm starting with A material. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And so do what makes you feel comfortable.
Nah, man.
Because that laugh you get is like fucking, because like that joke was tried and true, it still works. And you get that laugh, and then you'll probably be more comfortable to play around with whatever you want to play around with.
Yeah, just do that play around shit. It sucks.
I feel like I'm gonna go out there with like a plan, and I'm gonna just get too damn excited and then just riff like a good majority of my set, and then just do like one or two jokes like my closer, and then be like, I guess I went over, bye, and just like run off stage.
That's what I did. During my set, the entire time I riffed. I tried doing jokes that I couldn't remember. I was too nervous to remember it. Just riff, just talk to the audience because that's my comfort. I love just this, and it felt incredible. It felt awesome because everyone's just laughing at everything. And so once you break that first laugh, like it felt good. It felt right.
Like a nut.
Yeah.
It does feel like that.
Yeah.
It feels really good. It feels like home.
Yeah.
So improv is like taking a shit, stand-up's like busting a nut.
Yeah.
It's like compared to
Right.
Chris knows from experience. Chris has been quiet about his improv background during this
Say what now?
conversation.
Say who? I mean, I took a couple classes. I got a diversity scholarship.
I ain't gonna say nothing about that shit.
Hey man, that's another time. That's way pre.
One of the most historic teams ever in Philadelphia. But yeah, we ain't gonna say nothing about that. That's cool.
You don't have to be ashamed of it. Look, it makes us who we are today.
Improv helped me. I don't know about well, you know what's funny? And I tell them this as much as I can. Cecily might be mad at this, but Darryl is the reason why I got into improv. Because I seen him one time at Raven, and Darryl does this thing where like he can shift into being like a villain, but you still want to be his friend. Because like this is one thing where he talks about his 2 decks. He's like, 2 decks, because I can afford it. You feel me? That type of shit. And I seen that one time like years ago, and he was so like smooth off the cuff. I'm like, yo, I want to be like that. I want to get like that. And then Setoiyo said something about him doing improv. I'm like, well, I'm doing improv now. So
that's how it happens.
Improv, so,
Darryl makes improv seem cool. You know, that's just does.
I used to say
like good at improv, and not a lot of people are.
It's been told to me in a variety of ways. It's like an old tweet.
Keane is too, and I didn't mean it.
I wasn't gonna fish for it.
I know that's why I'm not saying nothing about nobody except SP. I'm just going.
I've never seen Chris do improv, but I'm sure you're good at it too. I haven't seen you. I've seen Darryl and Keane.
Yeah, I
I've
don't got
seen
nothing to
Chris.
do with improv. You know?
It's like I don't really fuck with it like that, but you're good is something that I've heard about improv, being black doing improv, and being black.
It was just about improv.
I'm sure it was, but yes, I've heard that about all of them.
It's like you're funny for a woman. Yeah, right. I get it. Yeah.
You've done improv and I've laughed.
This was a good show, actually.
Yeah. I actually came this time. I usually don't come.
Exactly. It's like, wow, who taught you? Is there a particular? Oh man, that is. Huh. It's crazy, especially because I do have a class that I teach. Oh, we're gonna change the camera. All right, nah, that's cool. Nah, it's all right. Yeah, no, but I teach a stand-up 160 class. If anybody cares, where I teach, where I talk about what in improv helps me in my stand-up. So if you want to give me money, we could figure that out. What's up?
Yeah, get
that. CharlesComedy@gmail.com, baby.
I thought about that once. I thought about giving you money to teach me how to do that once, but then I was like, nah, I hate improv. But you're the one, you do make it look so enjoyable. It's so it's hilarious. Like
you are the nicest piece of shit.
If you put your improv class on Coursera, I would take the shit out of that class. I would take that one. I would Zoom improv as well.
Yeah, I mean, doing it over Zoom was neat in its own way. I do wonder, like, in the second year of the next president's term, when this shit is finally behind us, I do wonder how, like, our Zoom show is going to still exist and be around, just because, like, I got to do shows for LA audiences. I got to do shows for, people in Nebraska and Texas and shit like that. And, like, hopefully they listened to me and followed me on the internet, so I'll be able to look at some heuristics on, like, where the fuck people like me are, and then get booked out there, because that's all that fucking matters.
Give them money.
Here, man. I don't think the Zoom shit going nowhere, man. Like,
I don't think it's going nowhere, right?
Yeah, people scared. People to go back outside. There's a lot of people getting comfortable in the house. A lot of jobs is getting shifted to the crib now. Like, it's not going to be as tough as it is this year, but it'll be around though.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I wonder if it's like what happened when people started streaming their music more than buying physical music. So you could just be home and get Black is King. You don't have to wait in line anywhere for it.
But there's something about having it physically. Like, I think that's the thing.
That was the craft.
Right. We all want to listen to music, but people still go to the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and concerts.
I definitely.
You all drink in the house, but we still go to the bar and pay a bartender.
Yeah.
Well,
we can't give them. We can't give them in a Zoom show that swell of laughter. Like, we can try with our mics off, but the way in a room you hear everybody feel it with you.
Contagious. Contagious. It's the best.
Shannon, when you get excited with your video off, I swear to God, I've exercised so much restraint.
Yell at me, please. Please.
Oh.
Nothing like watching laughter go from the left side of the room to the right side of the room.
Oh my goodness, when it catches.
Yeah, or like my favorite thing in the world is when I'm telling a joke and I hit the punchline and only the Black people in the room laugh.
Mwah.
Ignore this is what I did it for.
I'm seeing the room divided. Like, white people on one side and Black people on the other side. I used to call that laundry night. What's up with y'all, man? I mean, all together.
But yeah, so I guess that doesn't. Does that happen on Zoom mics? I guess. I mean, when you do the Zoom ones, it shows, and people are just, they got their cameras on, but they're quiet. That's kind of nice, and then you can see who laughed or whatever.
Yeah.
I have seen people try to do crowd work on a Zoom mic.
Oof.
And it's one time I saw it, and it was just harassing. Like it was like
yeah, especially people are in their house. It's like
right, they in the house and you just see it, they're like
it was. I watched the corporate show, and this dude was just going down the list. He's like, "All right, Harold, Jim," and then finally like,
you said your name.
He's like, "Hey, nice goldfish," and Arnold's like, "Just skip me." It's like, he was mad.
It's like, quit it, Greg. I don't like it.
Oh, Jacob's just gonna turn his camera off. Okay. Okay. Just your name now. All right. Too many eyes in that bitch. I don't know. Let me move on.
Yeah, that's how it was. And this dude, I could tell this dude was a really solid, like, in-person comedian, but it just different. And I mean, you guys notice what you took from the virtual stage onto the regular stage? Well, besides material, like, that you felt was like strengthened because of virtual.
Was that a question?
Yeah, that was a question.
Did
you guys notice?
Did
you guys notice any?
Don't have to be me.
Did you guys notice anything that you took from the virtual stage that you brought live?
Yeah, it's like a more motherfucker, this shit is going on type of thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you got to kind of figure it out too much. I mean, when you're talking about, current topics and shit. But it's just like, like, you don't have to say, hey, do you know no, motherfucker, the old head fell and bust his head. You know what I'm talking about. Right? So yeah, it's that I like that feeling. I feel like we a little bit more connected.
Yeah, I think so. It's a lot of that, like, I didn't like. Yeah, I mean, I still kind of don't like talking about like too many current events. I like my jokes to be more about life stages and shit like that. But like, I think doing the one live show I've done so far, like, and using material that I've done on SUCS or written for it is kind of, it's one of those things, like a confidence thing. Like, all right, well, whatever the fuck I write is funny. You hear that, bookers?
Yeah,
but it's like that.
Were you guys holding your breath to feel like you guys are about to be heckled, so you're always on your toes because of the Zoom too?
I think I got hecked. People heck. I don't think I got like heckled in Zoom too much. I mean, it was more just people like not realizing their mic wasn't on and fucking putting the game on or something, but.
Hecklers work at big shows. You know what I mean? When it's a small crowd or something like this, like, you stand out, you look fucking like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Been gonna work. I mean, I used to heckle before I did comedy.
That was your thing. Oh shit. It hurts. It hurts if the heckler's funnier than a comedian. It actually hurts.
It's cool when it's just a few people.
I was making a joke. Like how I just want to hear, like, because you know how we have all the Zoom technical difficulties in shows.
Oh,
yeah. And I was like, I would just kill to have a regular. I was like, I would just kill to hear like a waiter drop a glass during my set. That like real life, and a show I did at the risk of being problematic. Whatever. There was a Black woman in the audience who was like giving me like affirmations or my jokes. She was like, "Yep. Okay," and it was the best feeling in the world. He was I was like, "Oh, I miss this."
That's
this
awesome.
hasn't happened in Zoom. I haven't had this in Zoom. That has not happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's nothing like it. There's nothing.
We try to give you the church response because there's nothing. There's nothing like it.
One of my proudest moments was I was doing a show for the American Heart Association or some shit like that, and so it was like a bunch of like 50 and up Black folks. In fact, a choir performed before I did stand up. So I was like, okay, this is about to suck. But then I went up there and it was fine. But like there was a table of black women, and I when I hit the punchline on like the newest joke I wrote, because I was like, everything else I have is too dirty. When I hit the punchline and the lady, a couple ladies like put up the praise hands.
Yes.
Like,
oh, in the Zoom.
So we
Or
no, this was
did...
live. This was back in the before times. But she did this like
yeah.
but she did the what is this hello in sign language? No, applause. She gave me the sign language applause, and I was just like, oh yes, this is what it's for. Like shout out to black women, y'all make me feel very good.
Except for me when I say I don't like improv, but
well, I think there's been a couple times Cecily's been like, I don't like this in response to something I've said.
A couple times, yeah.
Okay, we're done.
So we've talked about current stuff, but something that's become current and not just identity is race. So have y'all encountered anything with talking about race?
Man,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I got Karen at my show with fucking Corey, man. Corey Alexandria. What was it? Bryn Mawr, man. It's crazy. I riffed in the middle of my set and said that it was mainly like a white audience. I was just like, yo, y'all all look like Karen. Like, and, they laughed and shit. It was all good. But at the end of it, and that was like in the middle of my set. At the end of my set, man, this lady walked up to me, man, was just like, they ain't got nothing to do with race. It's just a bad fucking white lady. But she was just like, this just pissed me off, man. Like, why are you coming to me like this, man? She came over and was just like, I'm an essential worker. And just start seeing all the shit. I was like, whoa. I said nothing about you. Like, I called everybody. No, you said that I was a Karen. And I don't know. It was crazy. She was fucking bonkers. And she left and she was like, I'm leaving. And then the owner came out to do this shit all the time or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She got some issues with it. But I don't know, man. It was just like, bitch, you can't get the fuck out of my face. Like, I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking touch you, but I'm gonna look real like a threatening fucking black nigga out here, like getting ready to whip your ass.
Yeah,
right. Like, so it's not cool, man. Like, just back the fuck off. That was my only problem. But other than that, man, everybody been cool, man. People been extra sensitive, you know what I mean, and really, you know, just conscious of what's going on. They better be. They get knocked the fuck out through it.
I'm concerned about that. Like, I've been expressing my anger freely in my home.
Man,
that's not necessarily funny.
Shit, man.
I fucked up during the show because I do this thing where I start talking in the middle of a conversation, like everybody knows what I'm talking about. So I was talking to another comedian who voted for Trump. And I didn't really give the backstory. So I was like, what's up? I was like anti-BLM. And when I said that, there were two black women sitting in the front row. And I was like, all right, so where everybody's from? And they're like, we would tell you, but clearly you don't think our opinion matters. I'm like, oh, fuck. That was not how it, and because of Zoom, so shout out to SUCS. I would have probably panicked in that moment, but I was able to like calm myself and just throw it back on him. And it was really bad. It could have been very bad, but I don't know. They listened, they laughed. They were
Are you saying incredible. That you improvised in the moment?
Yeah. No,
okay. So I threw my fist up. You said there was a couple of black women and you asked them where they were from.
Yeah.
Catch me up to your awareness that these were black women.
Because well, I'll tell you. So the joke I said is I pointed to my buddy, I was like, yeah, you don't believe certain lives matter. And then when I asked, I was like, so where everybody from? They responded by saying, we would answer, but we don't think you believe where we're from matters.
Oh, I heard that
like,
part, but
yeah.
How did you know that they were black and not Mexican?
Well, because the joke was on like Black Lives Matter, right? And so when they said you don't believe that. I knew, oh, they thought I was saying that, that I'm not for Black Lives Matter. And
you found out that they were Black afterwards.
Yeah. I didn't know they were until they mentioned that thing. But then everything was they were just being funny. They were great.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did they call you baby or try to pinch your cheek?
No, but I did get an when I tried explaining myself.
All right, okay.
Like just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, because of this,
it was because of the words they said that you knew they was Black.
Kat hurt me so much during the last X amount of weeks. I dealt with it. I'm like, okay, this is familiar territory.
Oh, this is a pain that's familiar.
He's
emotional
resilient.
labor.
Yup.
Kat's emotional labor.
Thank you. Yup. He owed me $75 an hour.
I do. It was well worth it.
But I wonder about that. I wonder about, people being hypersensitive. So like the thing that the woman did at your show, Lamarr, is something that I think some audience members have done all along, but like, isn't it heightened now?
It was really, I mean, I just, I was like, oh man, get me out of this fucking situation, man.
Yeah.
We was just chilling, like the show was over. Yeah, I mean, everybody did good. Chilling. And yeah, man, she just had to do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. Was
she drunk?
She didn't seem drunk. She
drunk with power.
Like
yeah.
It was.
It just sounds so ridiculous that she thought you were targeting her, or
she wanted. She wanted somebody to. She wanted attention. She wanted. That shit, and I was just like, damn, man, it's what I mean, like, I never thought that shit would happen after the show.
Cecily, I think you and I ended up talking about this the other night, and I feel like Rachel, you and I talked about. We've had conversations all along. This has been a stressful series of events for everybody since March. So can y'all hear me okay? Because I'm messing with the new mic. Y'all hear me okay? Okay. Yeah. So it actually, like, it seems smarter to assume that people are more on edge, like more anxious, just more sensitive, more something than they were in March. So that's what I'm thinking about. Like, what to expect in terms of their sensitivity or their hyper reactivity. Black people too, yeah.
Black people were sensitive about even Black material. You know what I mean? Like, we're not with a bunch of coony shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see that as like, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, so it's we kind of extra sensitive too. Then not just comedy. I think everything, man. Like, music, and everybody's, starting to be a little bit more conscious of what's going on. And we always go through this shit, man. Like, every few years, we fight the power and shit.
Are you playing with scissors right now?
Yeah, these are my scissors. Yeah, I use these. Okay.
I just seen something spinning. I got nervous.
I'm playing with scissors, man.
Aren't you a teacher?
I'm a teacher, and I mean, if I see a student doing this, if they got the little soft ones at the end, you know what I mean? They can go spin them.
Your teenage student.
The one that only cuts paper and Asian
you
hair.
Muted, Darryl.
But yeah, man, whatever. But yeah, it's
damn.
Yeah.
It's needed that people are conscious, of it. I just hope the shit don't fade off like it is doing.
I know that. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I thought that see. This was weird. You can't see people start to talk, and you can't get. But
yeah.
No, I was just gonna say. I think. I know I had. I think for each show, I thought, oh, should I do this joke? Because like I think the main shows I did were outside of the city. So already before the pandemic, I'd be like, oh, should I do this joke? Because it's like liberal, whatever that means. But I kind of was just like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. And even when I was in like the middle of PA, I'm like, let me do this atheist joke and be like, well, no, we have to like see it. Like, it's like kind of like lean into it and be like, well, we have to see other's differences, right? Right. And then play around and like have them laugh. And it's like, even because I was like, if I'm not taking the risk, it's like, one, I'm already rusty. Two, like, isn't the whole point to be fun? Don't we always say, like, Lamarr, you posted something that Chris Cotton said the other day, and it's always it was
yeah, I was in the car with him. This shit was like 2013 or some shit, man. He was giving me a ride to the L, and I was like, man, like, I think we was coming from Noche or some shit, and he was like, man, no, I was like, man, I'm scared to kind of drop the shit. I want to say this shit. I forgot what it was. It was some hood shit. And I was like, man, they ain't gonna really get it though. Over there at Noche. He was like, man, if that shit don't work everywhere, don't do it nowhere. He was like, I mean, like, I make sure my shit, or try to bring them into your world some type of way. More so not to like cancel your jokes, but just find a way. Because if it's funny, it's funny.
Right. Yeah.
Just a way of translating that and communicating that properly to the crowd. And man, I thank God that he told me that shit. Because I looked, and Chris was in hood spots too, and then he was in the club, and the same fucking material, the same delivery.
He be at a church, and then
anywhere, man.
Yeah.
So once I saw that, like, it's like, okay, this I can rock out. Like, I got this joke about I mean, all my jokes are making fun of kids, black kids in the hood. Really, not saying they black, but you can get a feel that my students are black when the way I deliver it, and people not trying to hear that all the time. You know what I mean? So I got to kind of, bump the delivery a little bit, and can't just, because I got a whole where you
give them kids an Asian accent
with no dad, like like I'm pointing, I'm laughing at you like, yo, you got no dad and shit like that and all that shit, and that's one of the biggest fucked up things in the hood. You know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? No fathers around, and everybody don't want to hear that shit all the time. You know what I mean? And it's a sensitive time, and so, but it's still kind of funny to me. So I gotta you gotta kind of acknowledge what's going on. Sometimes, depending on the audience, some crowds don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a blend. It's like you are just there to entertain. So
yeah,
to some degree, it's like, you're not just there to like masturbate on stage, right? Like it's about them. But to the other degree, it's like, I don't want to pander to the crowd. That seems ridiculous, right? Like you guys, whoever the crowd is, should be intelligent enough to get the jokes that I'm telling, right? Like I hate that idea where I'm like, well, if I tell this joke, they probably aren't up to date on the news. They wouldn't know, like my black gentrifier jokes, like, these people don't know about gentrification. But it's like, well, then the joke needs to explain it better. Well, then you know what I mean? Like there are ways you could do it and make that work. And never be afraid of the crowd. Like, I mean, I've also had white women get up and come on stage because they didn't like what I was talking about. But
on stage.
Oh my god!
On stage.
Yeah, it was in the middle of Pennsylvania. It happens. I feel like it was anytime me and Michael Furr, who's a Baltimore comic, who was in the middle of some big internet beef, dog. That was very fun to see. But anyway, me and Michael Furr have noticed, if we're on shows and he's gay, he's a gay white man, and it makes sense for the reason that I'm telling the story. But like, if I follow him or he follows me, the two times that it's happened at like booked paid shows, a white woman has gotten up and interrupted the show. Like, it's something about a black man who's eloquent and a white gay man that just unsettles them to the point where they have to do something and interrupt the show. It's super fun. We laugh at it, but
their equilibrium all thrown off and shit. Like, whoa,
it's too
wait
much.
a minute, hold on. Gay? Oh my,
Oh my god,
it's too much.
You will not replace us, and then they have to get up and they have to say something, and you giggle at it.
Oh, is it the one tier oppression thing? I tried to write a joke about that years ago. I could never get it to go through, but
what is it? I don't know.
From like, so like, assuming you're straight, it's like straight white man, cis straight white man as the ultimate white women are like just the like only just one notch of oppression, not a lot. Then you have gay white men, same, and then you have black men. Then they're not comparable at all, obviously. But I was trying to make a joke about here, but I wonder if it's like the threat. I'm drunk and I shouldn't say
No.
things.
I completely get
I
what you're
wonder
saying.
if that's what it is. It's like gay white man, a supposedly straight black man. Well, we're in here too, right? I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if they just felt like their voices weren't being heard, or maybe we weren't speaking to the
oh no, I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming white women.
Oh no, without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that would be so funny if Rachel came in and was like the comfort level of the audience is your fault, black man. No.
Well, obviously, it's why didn't you just follow the rules, Darryl?
I'm trying to understand the psychology of like a serial killer. You know, I'm interested in it. You know, that's all. I'm just interested in it.
Yeah, I think that's why we laugh about it, because it's interesting, because it's like, you know, is it because it's funny, because I think like when I was interrupted, Michael went first, and I feel like it was the subject matter that Michael was talking about that put this lady off. And then when I came on and I did not reset the room back to the way she liked, that's when she had to get up and do something. And then I feel it was the same way the other way around. So my subject matter was going to rub some people the wrong way. And I know it did, because I had a couple jokes where only the black people in the room laughed. And we were in the middle of Maryland. It was, oh man, it was too much fun. And it was, now I feel like telling a joke. But anyway, fuck it, I will.
I mean, go for it, yeah.
Drop that shit.
Yeah, no, it was because it was like the day of the show, there was an article about this town in Maryland where a white man in blackface robbed a bank. And he was in blackface and he robbed a bank. And the whole thing was like, nobody thought it was the black guy, right? Like everyone's like, oh, there's a white man in blackface. And that's the funny part of the article. And I was saying like, and it happened in that town. So the show happened to be in that town. I was like, you don't know about that guy that robbed the bank? They were like, yeah. And I was like, in blackface, right? And then everybody was giggling. I was like, yeah, man, that's crazy. You know what's really crazy is about 40 years ago, they'd have found one of us. That would have worked.
Fuck.
40 years ago, they'd have just picked us.
That's funny.
It is funny. And only the black people laughed. And man, did that feel good. It was one of those, it was like, ha, yeah, he wasn't black. What you say? And it was great. But anyway, like it was something about that like I maybe like just put him off. And then to have a gay white man show up and just start talking about his life and not trying to placate this audience at all made a lady bust out into a Trump chant. You know, these things happen.
That far. She went that
She
far.
was like, this is Trump country, and just started saying Trump, Trump, Trump. And it was really funny because the other people in the room were like, come on now.
It's a show.
We're having a good time.
And it was funny because they were Trump people. And, you know, like after the show, they came up to us. It's like, yeah, I mean, this is Trump country, but this lady is fucking wild. Like they were like, you know, so yeah, it was just something about it. Hopefully book me and Matt, book me and Mike for you'll have audience interaction. Isn't that what people really want?
So Mike is supposed to come on and say, oh, I forgot my blackface makeup, you guys, and now I'll tell you what it's like to be a gay white man.
Yes.
Like then he can be himself. But first he has to say, loosen your butthole. Like,
yeah. Something to like reset the room. Like, yeah, like, oh, wasn't that black funny? But now let's just remember that we are winning. Okay, and then they go on, and then that would have been fine.
A little boost.
Yeah. I got called nigger at Lickety Split, but yeah, man, I love you.
I fucking hate Lickety Split. I hate that fucking place.
Oh my god, that's the best piece out.
Yeah. He really said that. But Lickety Split was like, I feel like Lickety Split has come up like 3 times in the past 2 weeks.
I hate that place. God.
It is a proving ground.
Where is that?
Look at these 4th and South.
It's now
like Milk Boy South.
Now Milk Boy, but it used to be Lickety Split.
Yeah, when it was Lickety Split, like who was it? Damon D ran the mic on Sunday nights. And like
it was
What-
like when I was new. I was
What-
like starting when
Yeah.
that was a thing.
and you
When
have
I got
to,
there-
you have to do stand up after the Eagles lost. You ever try that? Man?
Yep.
Oh, and the
On
Eagles lose
Sunday
Sunday night
night?
football.
At the end of the weekend.
Son, and you gotta be like, all right, so how's everybody doing tonight? Hey, oh, fuck you. All right.
You have glaring people glaring at you.
You caused it.
It was the best.
Can I tell my quick lickety split story real quick?
Absolutely.
Of course.
All right, so I moved. People are constantly confused about my origin story. So I'm born and raised Philadelphia, but I started comedy when I was in Pittsburgh. I moved back to Philly back in 2012, and at that point I was already doing comedy for like on and off, probably like about 4 years at that point. So I go to Lickety Split, and the guy, whoever you just said, wasn't there. I think Max was there. Lamont Max, I think he was hosting.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he, this is like my maybe fourth or fifth mic, like my first week or whatever. And no one could say my name right yet. So I was Keenan something. I think my first time at Raven, Chris Whitehair called me Keenan Thompson. No, not Thompson. That is Keenan Thompson. No, it was another older. No, Keenan Johnson or some shit like that. He got my name wrong. Whatever. So I go there, and my mom Max is like, "Oh, yo, can I get on? Is there any time left?" He was like, "Well, yeah, I guess you can, but you gotta go after him." And it was Keith from up the block. He just started doing.
Yeah, he would be there
after 45 minutes, dog.
Yeah, he would be there.
Oh my god, this man.
And he would get people alive.
Yeah.
And you would have
Yeah. This man did a whole like 45-minute set. He had his DJ up there, did all the classics, all the songs. So like I said, I'm like a couple years in, and when I got brought up, he was like, "Yeah, oh man, that was great. Oh man, give it up for Keith from up the block. Give it up for everybody you saw. Yeah." All right, so we got one more. Give it up for Keenan, y'all. I'm like, can I get a last name? What the fuck? So I go
I
up.
want to just go with Keenan at that point.
So I go up and like I didn't consider myself a vet yet, but like I knew this was a bad set, like right, because I had a joke where I used to I talk about applying for jobs, and I say 5 years at Best Buy doesn't qualify me to be an astrophysicist. It got so quiet. I heard someone in the crowd ask, "The fuck is an astrophysicist?" I was like, this is done. It's just done. And I just sat there, just milled through the whole fucking thing. But I got my retribution because I went back. I didn't go to that bitch for like a good year and a half. I went back with the AM Killers because we just did a show at Latage earlier.
Oh, so we were feeling good. We felt good about ourselves.
You couldn't tell me shit. I had a button up on. It was like kind of
crowd,
silverish and shit. Oh my gosh! And
no
I
free
went on stage.
But we had that Latage crowd. I don't care who gives a shit. It's the pandemic.
Basically, I went on stage, and in my mind, I literally was saying the whole time, "Fuck these people. I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them. I'm funny. Fuck them." And I got the seal of approval because an old ass black man was in the crowd. He was like, "Boy, you stupid." And I'm like, "Thank you, sir."
That's that seal of approval.
Yeah. An old black person call you stupid, you in a certain tone, that means you're hilarious. So
He's
yeah.
Stupid, yo.
That boy's stupid.
What up, Setoiyo?
Yo, what's going on? Hello. Happy
Greetings,
birthday,
greetings,
Cecily.
my friends.
Thank
Hello,
you.
hello. It is I.
Hello, hi.
It is I. Hello.
Oh, you remember
Hey,
Lickety Split?
Hey, Of course I remember Lickety Split. That's where niggas went to die. I remember this one time. Oh my God. So you know what? Normally I would not name names, but on this particular instance, I think I must.
I already did, so.
Yeah, niggas have been blowing up my spot. I've got niggas DMing me aggressively. I don't like the way in which niggas is talking to me out here these days. But, you know, I remember one time went to Lickety Split, my first 2 months in the city of brotherly shoves. I went out, and it was the open mic they had on Sunday, and it was a wild night. It was Damon was hosting, Damon D was hosting, and all this. It was a great night. There was nothing but people there. Niggas was Monroe Martin was there. He killed. He from up the block was there. You know, had some fun. Toure was there. Like just killer after killer after killer after killer. And I signed up, and I'm signing up feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling fancy free, as your boy always does. And there's this one white gentleman talking to me, and I don't know nobody from nothing. It's the first mic I've done in this city, and he's talking to me, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I won a comedy competition here, you know, not too long ago. You know, I'm ready to do it. You're gonna go up there, man. You're gonna show him the thing." I said, "Cool." This man goes up there. We had a nice crowd. Beautiful audience, very diverse. This man goes on stage and proceeds to insult and offend every group in the room that night. This man attacked the blacks, he attacked the whites, he attacked the Italians, he attacked the Irish, he came for the Indians, he came for the Asians. They was all there. They was all there. And he attacked every single one of them with fervor and aggression, with no jokes. He just attacked them, relentlessly for 7 minutes. I never say anything like it. And the audience was there for him the entire time. And then he attacked the Jews. And there wasn't one Jew in the audience, but everyone in the audience got up and said, "This is too much." They all walked out. 90% of the audience walked out. The remaining 10% of that audience was catatonic. They had been violated. It was over for them. And I was up in two. And I had to deal with the aftermath. And then a comic who I don't feel like naming because I don't like talking about people I don't care for, went up there and died for the sake of good and righteousness. They died Have you ever seen The Last Samurai, right? When you think it's going to be a Japanese man, but it's Tom Cruise because whiteness prevails regardless. But it was the Asian dude that was with them. Remember when they killed the Japanese boy, like real good, and he wanted that beautiful death? And as he's dying with like bullet holes in him, you see his eyes, and all he sees is like a beautiful purple. And then he says, "Beautiful," and dies. That's what this man did on stage in order for a lot of us to get a laugh that night. I went up after him, got some chuckles, counted that as a win, went downstairs to where Monroe Martin and a guy I didn't know at the time, but was Tom Cassidy, were downstairs outside engaged in fisticuffs. They had an issue. He worked out among them. It was a time of men. Okay? That was the one, and I got another one. I got another doozy for you.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Wait, Cassidy and Monroe were fighting each other?
Yeah.
Or they were fighting the dude that walked the room?
No, they were having a little tussle with each other.
Okay.
Monroe had killed. When Monroe killed, he didn't care about that. You know, it was one of those nights. It's so good you kill and then you don't watch the rest of it unless your niggas is there. But if your niggas is not going up next, you just like separate yourself from it.
Sure, you go outside.
So that was that. So there was another humdinger of a night. There's another little cherry blossom of an evening. I go to the Lickety Split on a Sunday, about 6 months in. I go to Lickety Split. There's a host there, my man Scooter Wilkinson.
Oh my God! All right.
And Scooter, it's also a healthy night.
Well documented. No. Go back to Setoiyo.
Come back to me. Come back to Daddy Warbucks. Come back. It was another rip roaring night of hilarity. You know. Scooter, you know, of course he didn't know me from Adam, so he didn't owe me anything. But you know, it was a pretty good night. Then you had a newcomer come up, kind of ate it. You had another person come up. I don't know if they were a newcomer, but they wanted to rant about conspiracy theories. And a Lickety Split was a good place for you just to hang out and yell stuff. If you just wanted, like, you didn't even need to be a comic. You could just go there and get shit off your chest. Like, if she left you and took the kids and the mortgage is now in your name, bro, you can talk about it, right? So then Scooter goes on stage and Scooter's trying to bring it back up. There are black women in the room that are not trying to hear what Scooter has to say. And Scooter, he's feeling the tenor of the night. He wants his night to go well, but he doesn't like how they're talking to him. So he proceeds to call them some names, put some heat on them, put some hot fire on them. And these are, and I've been in the city 6 months. These cute black women, looking like neo soul black women, nigga. Okay, yeah. I'm hoping I have a good set and that I look like the king of Nigeria when I get off stage. But Scooter and these women proceed to fight one another verbally, almost physically. Right there, and I keep in mind, I'm right near the stage. I'm up next. I'm next. And there's nothing but aggression. Nothing but aggression. And all these girls were tremendous. They're great. I know they love WAP. I know they love the song. After Scooter's done with them, all of these Nubian goddesses leave. They all leave. They all go away. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it.
The shittiest thing is that to leave Lickety Split, you had to take the steps, which was right next to the stage. So they were
every fucking creep
out.
All the way down. Talk shit about you. Yes. Like as they're going down,
as they're going down the steps,
they think you can't hear, but
upward.
Right. So while these women are leaving, they're going downstairs like, "Fuck you, hoe ass nigga, little hoe ass
nigga." You would hear it as it was going. You would hear it all.
Right.
You hear it all.
Holy crap.
I'm over here like, nigga, I left my mama to come here. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a good job.
I don't know
that was paying your nigga $73,000 a year. I got a good job.
And you came to Philadelphia.
Right. So then I come here. So I remember going on stage, and this is one of the first times I really learned to fight with the audience. Like, I couldn't ingratiate myself with the audience. I had to bring up what we had just seen. And I knew that it's one of those moments where I was like, hey, you must be as frustrated as me. And it was one of the first times I kind of went into a rant and tirade with humor about what was happening. Yes.
Would you say that you improvised in the moment?
I love that.
You know, and here's the thing.
Let me join your team, Keane.
Well, and here's what I would say with the improvisational styles, many of the styles which we've done for a long time. Back then, especially, you would be put up in these disadvantageous positions. So it wasn't a matter of you not having your jokes. You had your jokes. That wasn't the issue. The issue was it wasn't in an environment where your jokes could necessarily win because there was a trauma, a shock that had happened so much with the audience. And it was so late at night that if you said anything that sounded rehearsed, nigga, they would kill you. Yep. They would just, because they're like, you're not being honest with me, nigga. You've been here before me, brother. Yeah, brother, you mean to tell me, wait, especially me, they're like, okay, kid, you mean to tell me you've been here since 7 and you want to talk about cardigans? Oh, okay. You're here for it. So it was one of those first times that I really engaged in the act of being like, yo, what the fuck? And I actually managed to get a really good set out of it for what it was at the time. And then they had to change the name of Lickety Split because it couldn't be Lickety Split no more. Like literally, motherfuckers used to get high outside with the cops a block away. Mm-hmm. The cops would walk up and chill. Yeah. Like that type. This is back in like 2012. That can't be sustained like this. Like we can't do this.
It was
criminality was going.
It was the least terrible thing that was happening on South Street.
Exactly, easily. We talking about murder. They were still killing.
South Street got real crazy. Actually, South Street got real crazy. Like even before that. But to the point.
There's another comedy spot on South Street right now. I forgot what that one's called.
Right now?
Yeah. It only is like once a month. I think it's a once a month show though.
Oh, the Lovable Monsters, right? It's at Manny Brown.
Oh, is that okay?
Oh, that's done. Manny Brown's finished. They closed forever.
I think they're doing it. in other space.
Yeah, Lovable Monsters.
Yeah,
Manny,
Kenny Brown's has been around for like a minute.
I
That
used
was
to go
like
there for
one of
Dollar
the
Wings.
fu-
Yeah.
that was like
36 years.
the wings
remember
and like it was like you go to Tattooed Moms,
Irish
Kenny
Time.
Brown's.
Yeah.
That was one of my first shows in Philly. I remember South Street specifically because I was walking from 15th and then to it, and I think it was like on 34th, and I realized I couldn't cut. I had to go to like 40th to get back to 34th and walk around. So I got So that stuck in my head.
You got real familiar.
Yeah.
And guys, I gotta do in my bed. I was just talking about South Street drinking and being debaucherous. I wasn't even talking about. That was before I did comedy. I would just fuck around on South Street when the Makos existed, and that was a whole other thing.
We used to go to Fluid. I used to
go
to
Fluid. Fluid was the
Fluid?
shit.
That was the shit.
Oh my god!
What was Fluid?
Fluid was a nightclub. It was a
Sexuality,
nightclub,
isn't it?
huh?
Nothing. Sorry.
No. What was it? I'm sorry.
I just said it's the sexuality, isn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was the birthday girl.
It wasn't worth it.
Improvise.
What I liked about Fluid was that you had not just different there's different races that went there, but it was different ages. So it was like actually a club that was fun to go and dance.
Beautiful.
Like, and they had all different kinds of nights. And I would go and because I was sort of like an old person in my early 20s, even though I was still a shit show, but I would want to just go and dance. And you could go to Fluid and you could actually just go.
No one was getting overly creepy with the girls. So you go there and if a woman wanted to dance with you, she'd come up to you and dance, and you understood it was nice for me coming up in a dance culture. I just wanted to go get down. Have fun. The music was nice. It was hella black. The age range was hella diverse. The group of people that came there was hella diverse. If you're waiting for a story about comedy in this, I don't have it for you.
Yeah, no, it's not. Honestly, it was like the life I led before comedy. And it was weird to do comedy after I was in that space. I think me and Setoiyo, I think that's why we related on a lot of stuff, because I was like, it's weird. People are weird here if you just go to hug them and you want to fuck them, and it's weird. And then it's this weird shameful thing about women, and I don't understand it. So
a lot of emotions, a lot of emoting, and what I've noticed, what I have felt and seen, because now comedy has now become seasonal. Because niggas want to do comedy in nature now. That's nice.
Come see us.
We're doing
Thursday at the patio.
Yes, so patio, my show. You see the Kat thing? That's my show. And
that's why she put it up there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Yeah, see, look at that. You see how good I look right there. You see that right there? See that?
Him and friends.
I had a good haircut that day. That was good.
Was a very good haircut? Were those Raven days?
No, this was at Fergie's. That was Fergie's. That was
that was a $5.
That's Photo Lady, right?
Yeah, that was Photo Lady. That was 10 months ago. That was recent. Yeah, bro, that was you didn't know Mad Max was coming. You didn't know that, I didn't know I was gonna get facial hair neither, nigga. I didn't know. This was, I had no idea.
Little did we know it was the end of days.
Right. I do find this weird thing that I am hopeful for, in that with these audiences that want to come out and see this seasonal comedy. I do hope that, because of course for a lot of us performers, it's about putting your working boots back on when you're up there. You know what I'm saying? Fully. And for someone like myself, I've been able to really sort of sit in a place of rage and really let that sort of guide the way, which was always the case. But because I had to be on stage so consistently, I needed to make the rage sweet for the audience.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So that hasn't gone away. I'm not, it's not I'm going to fuck that. You're getting the real. No, you're still going to get the real. But it's one of those things where it's I hope you understand and understood. For those people that want to come out and see these shows, do you understand now why we were mad? Do you understand now why we were frustrated? Do you understand now why we could make you laugh so hard at this thing, and you would tighten up because we said something that you felt was off color, or you felt was kind of like, oh, why'd you have to bring that up? We brought that up. Yeah, we brought that up because it's all around us all the time. And now it's around you all the time. You don't get to run away from it either. So we're still gonna do our job with this goddamn seasonal comedy where we get allergies because nature is terrible. We're all gonna do our job. The one thing I can hope and say for you is that we were there before and we gave you everything that we had before. And we're not gonna stop now. Hopefully you have a better understanding of enjoying being outside and enjoying how good it is to just see live performance art, because we understand how good it is to be able to do it. Hopefully you're more in a mindset where you just want to have a fun fucking time with us. Because because right now, that's kind of what it is. You know, ain't really no industry to sort of like springboard off of. These are like, when I look at environments like a Punchline doing these shows, yeah, they're doing it for their own interest and everything like that. But keep in mind, the budget they're working with is not a whole lot. They are trying to give something to people, literally, because there's no next to like, it's like, yo, like there's not enough money to be made to even justify it. Yeah, they're going to get what they can get out of it. Of course, they're a business, but they didn't have to do this. So hopefully y'all are in a position where you want to come out and you want to fucking have fun, because your world is burning. Your world is burning. You feel what we felt. We would go up there and have those moments where you make you laugh, and then we say something you didn't like. Nigga, our world was burning. Now yours is too. So please come be a part of the laugh.
That's why we're all like fun.
It's good over here, dog.
It's like the circle of life.
Yeah, it's a circle of life. This is the never-ending story. But the story's probably going to end realistically. We can't go on like this.
And that's when we're all connected. It's when it all ends, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you done a live yet, Setoiyo?
Yeah. When Raven had their Raven had their deal, I did that one. I did like 7 minutes at that, and it was fun. It didn't feel irregular to me in any way. It was the formatting, like it was interesting being outside. Like I'm doing jokes in front of motherfuckers that are walking to yoga. You know what I'm saying? Like so it was interesting in that regard. I'm talking to an audience, but there's this woman going to Bikram hot yoga. That's
Bikram.
You know? Yeah. And again, shout out to everyone that does Bikram. That shit is legit.
It's real.
It's real. So, you know, I've done one. I've been asked to do others, but quite frankly, I've said no because they were outside of the state, and those states are doing a lot worse than us with this, and I am not insured. And if I can't go home to see my mama, I am not going to go to headline a show in the grass for $150. So it like, if anything else, like this thing forced priorities. It's like, I can't look, unless this shit gets better, you don't get to have comedy. Not really. Not the way you understood it. Not the way you wanted it. Not the way you always had it. Unless this gets better, you don't get to have what you want. And if you don't get to have what you want, that means I don't get to have what I want. And I take that very personally.
So come on to the Punchline Thursday. Setoiyo and friends.
Listen, look. I'm
out here playing JTT. It's like 1990 again. Just shout out to Ashley Weiler. Who came up with that JTT Justin Tip. I'll give a side hug. You know, probably, maybe not. No, not.
I was like Justin the Timberlake.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Jonathan
Jordan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Ashley calls it Jonathan Taylor Thomas with playing just the tip. She calls it Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yes.
Stupid. It's dumb. It's like a 2D. You had to like be a fucking stupid girl in 1995.
I mean, I remember I had crushes on girls back then. It wasn't just the white girls that liked Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
I know. I told you.
This little demon, this little black girls liked him and his shitty bangs too. I literally told
you about that the other day. I was like, no, like one of my friends. I don't want to. Okay,
I went to
she's on my
middle
Facebook.
school. I went to middle school with a child who played Don Johnson's son in one episode of Miami Vice. And I probably made that child very uncomfortable in the early. I said that nigga letters at sleepaway camp. Listen.
Oh man. Oh, can you dig it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can dig it. I like it. Oh man.
So it sounds like we have the muscles that we need to get into the groove. So like use your material, your tried and true jokes.
Yep.
But these muscles, the adaptivity, all that stuff that we've been working on, that gets you into enough of a groove to do your set.
Yeah, I mean, because we're gonna do what we gotta do. Like that's not. I mean, to me personally, especially at least for my show, you know, and the people that I booked for my show, because again, you know, like we're on a tight budget, so I didn't want to I want to get everyone from Philly because I didn't want to ask nobody that from outside of Philly to come for no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I know what my squad, we thorough. It's not, and I know that David James' squad is thorough, and I know Peggy O'Leary's squad is thorough. Like people forget, like you know, and for the audience members, you about to go see professional comedians. You about to see professionals do this. So there's no ambiguity in terms of can they turn it on or off or not. When we're up there, it's on. It's gonna be on. There's David James. He's not as handsome as me, but that'll do. But like you know, like every single one of these performers is gonna be on, and they're gonna give you every single thing that they have. And honestly, we've also been where you've been. We've been at home. Some of us have lost our jobs. Some of the situations have gotten very precarious. So best believe if we can still go up there and tell jokes to make you laugh, woo, ain't too many reasons for you to not have fun, because we are exactly where you are. And imagine trying to make any semblance of a living off of this right now. Right now. Imagine, the United States sit there and said, "Oh, they think that dreams come true."
2020 tax returns is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm ready to take all them L's. I know it. I know an L when I see one. I already know an L.
I got so many spreadsheets.
Yeah, hit him with them spreads. Hit them with all them spreads. And I do think it's going to be interesting. And what we have to anticipate, I think as people, is that we have to anticipate that people went into quarantine and they've come out a little different. And it is going to be interesting because I think sometimes us as performers, we can sort of underestimate the impact that we make with the time that we're on stage, because sometimes at our worst, we're too focused in on what we're doing and how it felt to us. And then you ever get off stage, you ever be in your head about something so significant, and then you get off stage and multiple people come up to you and they just want to talk to you, vibe with you, get to know, have that access to you. You have people that are starved for that right now. And you have people that have gone into quarantine thinking one thing, and now they are still in quarantine, but they're outside thinking another. And that, I think, for me as a performer, is going to be the very interesting thing to see and to hear, because those people don't stay quiet. They will find you and they will find a way to tell you what they feel. You know,
people have been lovely. Like this every show I've done for, they've all been just super
Shannon
nice.
Want to hear how many shows everybody did, so he can
he's like
I
the
got
shows
my
I
dick.
the shows I did though.
Rachel, remind me how many.
Hey, and I got my dick grabbed twice, by the way. Two dick grabs, 4 shows.
Yeah.
Yo, Shannon came through and says, "Setoiyo, how many live shows you done?"
Because I feel I'm the same way. I'm like, well, I did this show, and no, I did. Yeah, no, talk about it.
They've been sweet. That's what I'm shocked about.
Because they know that outside is a rarity now.
Yeah.
They thankful. And I hope it continues. I hope it actually does continue.
I'm gonna let myself entertain a little hope. This is something that you brought up for me. The fact that like I used to tell a joke about a white dude saying to me, "It's cool, we're all in the same boat." And I was like, nigga, who said anything about a boat? Like, how dare this white man say anything to me about a goddamn boat, right? So But what's interesting even about that punchline, if it lands as a punchline for people, is no, now we at least in the same body of water. We somewhere around each other now. So I'm intrigued by the idea that the audience might actually understand better where their buttholes used to tighten up before.
Yeah.
So this could be a moment of, is it me or is it you? You think they still tight?
They still won't tighten.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't. Their buttholes did not tighten up because they did not know these things were happening.
It's they make them comfortable. That's the issue.
They were either uncomfortable or they did not think it was that bad of an existence.
Right.
They thought that you deserved it in some way, shape, or form. It was a commentary on what you said, not a, oh my God, this is new. Like that's a different reaction. When that happens, you know it, right? When you're talking about something and they don't get it at all. I mean, they don't get the subject matter, much less the punchlines. You know what that feels like. But that tightening up of buttholes, that's because you are telling them something that they ideologically oppose.
Yes.
And you aren't doing it in that like Patrice O'Neill way where it's like you could bring up something that's fucking horrible, but you're funny enough to and logical enough to, swing them over to your side using comedy.
It's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I think that is the thing. It's like the reality of it is that everyone's going to do their jokes. Everyone's going to do their stuff. There's still going to be those moments where it's like, hey, a zinger, because it's, remember, I told you it was like this when we could be outside and you didn't hear me. I'm certainly not going to stop now. And hopefully with them, it's like, with those types of people that want to tighten up, they knew what it was then. They just didn't believe that it was the worst thing then. Or they just believe that, okay, this is what you do and I see this on Facebook. Hopefully they understand more now where it's coming from. And I'm not even saying laugh. What I am saying is don't give me that stupid ass face. And I can tell when you're giving me that stupid ass face because I can see what your forehead does. That mask can't save you. I know what the forehead does. I know what the forehead looks like.
Man, I let them feel their feelings. Like I said, like
no, they can feel their feelings. They're more inclined to feel their feelings.
Sure.
Just at this point, it's like, yo, you can feel your listen. Someone can sit there and say, what you said offended me, and I can say, and. Just because you offended doesn't mean you've made a good point. It's like, it doesn't mean that you're on to anything. Feel your feelings. But the truth can be the truth.
Yeah.
And it can be a very inconvenient truth. It's like wrapped up in a very nice package. But don't worry, I've got a hot punchline coming for you in about 10 seconds. Like, don't worry.
I was shocked majorly. There was this trans comedian who went up and we had to sit, I was sitting next to these two military guys and they were just talking under their breath like, oh, this he, she. But they were still engaging enough to at least listen to the jokes. They paid the show, they came out. And by the end of them, she turned them both and they were like pretty much gave her a standing go. And I was very impressed by that.
Mm-hmm.
And that had to be so much work for her to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those people are still trash.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're total trash. They're total garbage. Yeah. Absolutely. But I think like right now people want to be out, so they're gonna listen. Which I hope they've learned something about that problem. But
like they can be shifted, maybe, hopefully.
Well, so here's what the interesting thing I find about this that I'm really interested to find out, at least with this particular show. In my dealings with this, what I've noticed is with people that I know that in terms of how we live our life and what we believe that life and liberty to be, we can be diametrically opposed and they can love what I do even with the subject matter. Mm-hmm. They can really like it. They can really like it because it makes them laugh and they don't care about anything else but being made to laugh. This is their date night. They have a real life. They have a marriage that has problems, but we out here because I got to do a date night or she's going to suck Chet's dick again. And I can't handle that. And I've chosen to stay in this marriage. And that's just what it's going to be. And with those types of people, especially from working at a lot of clubs, they are rampant. They are everywhere, whether they be moderates or further to the right. I'm very interested to see what the liberals have to do. I'm very interested to see, can they actually have the level of humor necessary? The level, not the humor, but are they willing to have fun? Are they willing to actually have fun? Because quite frankly, like a lot of them, the vast majority of them, not more to the left than me. So I don't know why you coming here being less fun than I am. I don't have use for you in that regard.
I can be myself mostly and make conservative podunk people. That's mean, but I'm drunk.
No, it's who they are. It's
But
fine.
I can make them laugh more easily and still like have my voice than some like liberal rooms.
Yeah, I mean, I think it. Well, you know, I happen to do well in all rooms. It's
no, I do. I no.
Sorry, universally
I needed
great
to say that.
That's Darryl voice I was talking
I
about.
mean, look, once in a while, I'll do good in Brooklyn.
That's true. Does I hear it?
Brooklyn, but Brooklyn's hard. White Brooklyn is hard.
I was still on Darryl's side. I'm like, that was a very asshole comment, but yeah.
No, it's a good comment. Like, yo, mamas love me. I
mean, the thing is, like, yeah, it works. I think that I think that what's whatever, but like what's fun is that I think conservative audiences are fine being made fun of. Conservative audiences are fine understanding that like I'm making jokes, but there's no way I'm really affecting your life.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what's fun about it. It's also very fun because they know that like this is a clown talking and it doesn't matter. Now I can still, even in the making of jokes, I know I can go far enough where I'm gonna take that laughter back from them. I choose not to because I'm a clown performing a service. Right? I'm not gonna do that. But the subject matter of my jokes is still gonna be what it is, and I like jokes that make you think about this kind of shit. So that's what I'm going to do. I do always find it hilarious when the liberals tend to get real tight and quiet about that same subject matter. And I don't know if it's like a...
No, because what it is they think we talking about their parents, which we are, and we think I'm talking about your partner. I'm talking about the man or the woman that you chose to put a ring on. I'm talking about your uncle that took you to Little League. I'm talking about all them things. And guess what? I'm sorry, it's not my fault that you come from where you come from. I had nothing to do with that. I had absolutely positively nothing to do with that. But what I can do is honestly, all these things that I'm coming at you with, I'm coming at you with horrifying laughter, with horrifying humor, because that's what it is to me. I can take it further, but I choose not to because I know where that point is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I think the difference with the liberal audiences and how some of them won't laugh at these sorts of things is because I think they feel like it does affect them. Like this does do something to them, whereas some audiences, the ones I just talked about, will be like, haha, this is funny, we're all having a good time. But then if I sit there and try to poke holes in something that you thought you really identified with, and then I go, well, yeah, you still grab your purse the same as anybody else, then it becomes this referendum on them, and they get to in their head to just accept that it's jokes. And
it's because we're talking about, in effect, their failure. But as I said, it's like I didn't even come here to do that. I'm just giving you these jokes. I can give you jokes about your failure the same way that I'll give you jokes about mine. In fact, I'll give you more jokes about my failure, which is what you are here for. But I'll give you far more jokes about me failing than I will about anything that has to do with them. You know what I'm saying? But you're absolutely right. It is a referendum on them. It is their failure, and it's them being like, oh, I'm still not good. Well, of course you're not. None of us are in that way that you think about it. The way that they may think about a good person, it's like, well, none of us are doing that. Like, you got to let that thing go.
Like, there'd be no comedy if it was that. Like, we wanted to point out.
Yeah, we're funny because we're shitty.
Right.
We know we're aware that we're shitty.
It just needs to be said that I do well.
You make like 90% of us like improv, so
right. That's very hard to do. That's very hard. Cecily's like
his improv. No.
You make people's friends who have been going to shows for years just to be a good friend. All of a sudden, like improv. Like,
remember,
this can be fun.
Darryl Keane. So remember we played Battlefront last night.
Oh dear Lord.
And your boy Steiger got on. I don't know that man from no one, but he's y'all's boy. I'm like, that must be a good white man. So
I don't know him. I don't know him either.
I take him into the fold. I'm not gonna give no more details. That's between us. That's ours.
Okay.
That was so unnecessary.
What? You got in trouble.
I'll vouch for him. I'll vouch for him.
Kat just had like a really good burn, and then they had to make it like we had this time was
Also,
where we played
I'm
video
sorry. I'm
games.
sorry. I did not hear it. I was my man brain was talking. I apologize.
he was
Yeah.
talking about video games. Video games.
I was talking about games. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Yes.
How quickly they're like, remember the time we were playing video
Don't
games
say
like
they.
all the time?
I say this was Setoiyo on his own. Ain't nobody else brought up no damn
I
video
felt
game.
like you all laughed
Really?
and agreed.
You want to disassociate from?
I felt like you all affirmed. I felt like you
Wow.
all affirmed it.
I affirmed the fact that he brought it up because I knew he was going to.
How quickly Darryl chooses to separate himself from our victory? How quickly you should Judas?
The thing is, no one cares.
I care.
I don't.
I mean, I was definitely going to text you all, like, what do y'all do later?
Surprise. I want to care.
Shannon was giving y'all the black woman because y'all didn't invite him to play video games.
Fuckers. Whatever. You know, I didn't want to play anyway. Whatever.
I'm
Cool.
telling you, don't want to play this. You don't. You'll get very upset and angry. You'll get sweaty, and it's not worth it.
But I think I do.
Get sweaty.
And like, not to box our audiences in, but if I did stereotype the liberal audience, they need to feel like they're getting it right. And there's more of a need for agreement unless they're tipsy, and then you can get them to laugh at inappropriate things. Like, there needs to be more of a sense of agreement. Darryl, the thing you said is interesting about the audience feeling like you deserve something. Because I think I tell stories where other people are fucking up, and they don't like to hear a story where I didn't kind of deserve it. They don't like it. It feels like the news to them, maybe.
I get to hear so much of black women being done wrong. I did not come to a comedy show.
I saw the billboard. I saw about 2 of them. I saw.
Yes, I don't know any in my personal life, but that is neither here nor there.
I say hello to the receptionist.
I have plenty of black friends. Yes, I pay them.
I'm still not sure if I'm supposed to have an exact amount number or if I should just say I have so many I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
Once I saw on Facebook that you're not supposed to count your black friends in public. Yeah. You're not supposed to do that.
In public? Oh, I got Jermaine.
To me, it feels like counting the number of like sexual partners. It's like, to me, if you have to count, it just doesn't. Why would you count? Like, it should always. We're either friends. If we're friends, we friends. If we fuck, we fucked. What? Who cares? Who cares?
Anarchy, baby.
I just got blocked by my uncle because he keeps writing anti-Black Lives Matter stuff, and I was like, tag all your black friends. Tag all your black friends. He was just block me. I'm like,
because he wants to sit there and be like, I'm not talking about Cliff. He different.
Right.
He didn't want to own up to it.
And here's what it, and I've always looked at it like this. My mama sat there and said, honey, you have too many friends. So to me, that runs all. So if someone's like, how many black friends you got? Too many. How many white friends you got? Too many. I mean, I got too many of them. I know too many of them. Too many of them have my phone number, actually. So the answer is always too many. I have too many. Too many of them have my number, so it's too many across the board. I can stand to lose some.
Yeah, I get.
And if you want to lose some, come to Punchline.
This
Punchline this Thursday.
The people I know that are coming, they're pretty solid. They're pretty thorough.
I feel like I'm gonna pronounce her name wrong, and I hate myself. Ziwe, her show Baited, and
who?
Ziwe, I'm probably saying her name wrong. She does the show Baited on Instagram Live, and she baits people into saying something racist.
Yeah.
And I always feel like it's the same. It's like the same thing where I just lost my train of thought completely. But
you know who baited people? Michael Brooks did that in Delaware County.
Nice.
That was a fun.
Yo,
he was like that one joke that he did where it would be like the nigger one.
Yeah.
And he was like getting a white person, trying to get a white person to say it, and they did it. And it was it was wild because we were the only 2 Black people in the room, and I was just like, "Why'd you do that to me?"
Yeah. Yo, because Mike, you know what because Mike Brooks had artistic bravery. Because he had to have known at some point that was gonna happen. I was actually talking to the homies about Mike the other day, because it's a little over a year.
Yeah.
He's been gone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking to Eddie Finn about that actually, and it was like, man, like, one, first of all, what a dude, what an individual, and what a talented person. Like, part of me wishes that, of course, he were just around to be around for the sake of his family. But I do wish that, like, he could see a glimpse of this, just so he could sit there and say to so many of us, what the fuck is your problem? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, like, it's one of those things where I'll still go online and type in his name just to watch his set. And it's like, not even just to watch his set, just to hear dude's voice. And just to, it's one of those things, like, it still makes me smile every single time. Even in moments where I'd have conversations with him, I'd be like, Mike, you stupid. And he'd be like, I know. Like, it is like, it was man, it's one of those, it's like, damn. Wish you were here, because you could be, with your family. And then, fuck, you'd have to be here, but I think about that dude often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what would his Zoom set be like? And I know that's a weird thing to think, but what would it be? What would he be like, unraveling or ranting, or even just like making positive,
Would we have Michaela in the background? Is that his daughter's name, Michaela?
Yeah, we'd honestly,
the star of a couple bits.
Yo, his Instagram would be crazy right now with him and the little one. It would be the dopest shit, man. Because he was already producing one, like, the one of the funniest performers ever. Like,
yeah.
Someone shared a video of his. I never heard him, and but yeah, he was outstanding. I forgot who shared it though the other day.
He was a beast.
Shit,
he was a beast, and he was such a. It was never one of those where, like, you see the dude and you're like, it's like, oh, let's go. Like, it's like, it was that feeling. It's like, okay, Brooks here now. Even if it's bad, even if, like, the situation is bad, Brooks is here. So he's either gonna pull a rabbit out the hat, or it's gonna be bad, but Brooks is here. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those, like, it was just like he was
could turn a room, like, anytime he got on, like, like Setoiyo was saying, if it was bad, he'd hop on stage, fuck around for a few minutes, flip the whole room, and kind of like smugly be like, there you go. I don't know what y'all bitching about. There you go.
Right? Yeah. He's like, this was fun to me.
And you feel like trash.
Yeah, you feel like garbage.
That was literally why at his memorial show, I was talking to Kat, and I was like, my biggest fear is I'm gonna bomb at this memorial show, and he's gonna haunt me and be like, you really bombed at my memorial. I can hear him saying it.
That's amazing.
That was so good. That was such a good joke. Yeah. You can't bomb at my memorial show. I will fucking haunt you. I do not want to have to haunt you.
Who among us wouldn't be?
I would. If you cry at my memorial, I swear to God, I'm gonna make you cry every night.
Yeah. Oh, I want you to cry at my memorial. Please do. Please.
On stage?
I want the tears, full tears.
Actually,
thank you very much.
If you don't cry at my memorial show,
I'm gonna do it like Buster Keane did. If you guys show up to my memorial and cry, I'll never speak to you again.
If you had to tell jokes, and you didn't.
Hold on. We did have enough memorial shows for Mike Brooks. Wait. We did have enough memorial shows for Mike Brooks where someone went on stage and didn't do no jokes. So we did have that. We had that as well.
Hey, come on now.
So we did have someone do that. I didn't. I forget nothing.
No, it wasn't
Rich Voss-
Darryl. I'm just saying Darryl trying to be the voice. Darryl trying to reel it
I
in.
just,
Trying to reel it
I
in.
choked up when I did a memorial show for him. I'm not going to act like that didn't happen.
I cried. I mean, I cried. I cried.
I cried off stage.
I cried off stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do.
Are you recording? Zoom? Am I gonna get canceled in 3 years?
I mean, we all probably are on our way
in the public realm.
I think.
I wish I was important enough to get canceled. That won't happen.
I'm probably not.
Famous last words, Shannon. Famous last words, bro.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
You never know.
You gotta be out of here in about 5 years, dog. Watch.
Yeah.
Just
bro, you could have a hot America's Got Talent set. Take you. Moon. We can take you to the moon.
And I got
on SNL.
I got so many clips. So many clips of him.
Comments after my set, and then it'll just be out there.
Exactly.
I heard that.
You know how many times Shannon, you have said
was that improv, Keane?
I know. Kat, you win. I know what I said. I know you win.
You have said, yep, anti-Black Lives Matter. I have so many clips of you saying that.
I didn't say that. Look. See, now you're gonna turn them against me. I never said that ever.
That was your word.
That
was my closer.
Zoom is coming for all of us because they have all of these fucking shows that we've been doing. Yeah. And I think about all the time. And there's been times where I've gotten real drunk, and I've just times where it wasn't even live stream, where I've just been talking shit in Zoom. And I'm like, Zoom is good. Zoom is gonna come for me if I ever at this point make it. Zoom's coming for me. Zoom's gonna be like, oh, I got.
You're gonna need 10% off that, dog.
Yeah.
That's why we should have all focused in on TikTok and gotten big on there.
I'm on TikTok too, but I can't stop watching the videos. I just watch them for hours and I don't make any content.
Well.
It's so beautiful. There's so much dancing, and they're so strong.
You sound like a white woman right now. You sound so much like
I know. I'm gonna spotlight Rachel.
Most delicious seltzer.
There's so much dancing.
There's so much dancing.
I tried to do the t-shirt challenge where you do the handstand on the wall and you put on a t-shirt, and because I saw Vinny from Jersey Shore do it, and I was like, I can do it. And then I tried it, and it was hard. I fell.
Oh, you did a handstand up against the wall?
You do a handstand on the wall, but you put a t-shirt on. It's a challenge. You gotta put a t-shirt
that's
on.
A lot. Yeah, that's a whole lot.
It's hard. I was like, I could do that. I do planks all the time. It's different than planks.
Yeah, that's all shoulders, dog.
Oh my God. I didn't know. There were girls doing it. There were bitches doing it. And they were fine.
I can do it. I see some bitches do it.
That's why I can do it. I fucking work out every day.
You gotta follow them Instagram influencers.
It was hard.
I love how you corrected yourself. I see some women. I mean bitches. I see some bitches.
I'm sorry. I know.
No, I mean, hey, that's live your truth.
I saw they were like thinner than me, and I'm like, I could do that, and then nope.
But them bras be also like deadlifting, and they like I follow some.
They're so little.
Their workouts are kind of intense. Like I've stolen like their workout tips because it's like,
that's how I get lost in TikTok for 6 hours and I don't produce any content because I'm just following these fucking broads doing.
Because they move their hips. All the dancing.
Not just move their hips.
There's so much dancing.
They're so strong.
It's not just dancing. It's like a whole other thing.
Why are these bitches' shoulders so strong?
You know what?
No, because honestly, because they be doing pull-ups out here. They be doing.
I know. I could never do pull-ups.
These broads got traps. They got traps. They got traps out here. Like literally, it looks like they've never had a shoulder issue in their life. I see them. I know who they are. I see the workouts they do. It looks like they've never injured their shoulders ever. I'm telling you.
Never woke up with a sore shoulder for no reason.
No subluxations.
No.
I tried it. I've been doing yoga. I've been expanding my breath, and I tried that challenge, and I was like, holy shit, how do I get this t-shirt? Oh, I can't move the one arm. I was like, I'm elevated. This is hard. Like, I really thought I could do it. I really thought I could do it. TikTok made me believe I could do the t-shirt challenge.
That's what's wrong with white people. They keep watching TikTok thinking that they can do things.
Hey.
You know what's funny? Cecily, it's funny you say that because in the early 90s, I took Latin in high school at my boarding school. And I remember the Latin teacher told us Black girls a story because his son had gone to college. And is it clear that the Latin teacher is white? Anyway, his son had gone to college and came back to him with an observation. He was like, Dad, like, we party differently. Like, I go to parties with the white kids and, you know, they play loud music and they just want to sit around all night and drink. But then I went to a Black party and you know what the Black kids do, Dad? They don't want to drink. All they want to do is dance.
Oh.
In the 90s, it was amazing. You just let us do it. You just let us dance. And then Vanilla Ice. And then Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and try to wrap this up pretty soon, but I want to let y'all go ahead and drop y'all's jewels. But we've been going, I think, for a solid 2 hours plus now. And I know that there's more to talk about. So I'll probably bring y'all back for like an after the weekend kind of discussion, like what actually was it like. But any jewels y'all want to drop on the people, and then we'll do a round of where they can see you.
Well, hey, I mean, you already know where you
I think,
see
are
your
you
boy
muted,
at.
Daryl, are you talking?
You.
Are you just
Daryl's
or you just lip syncing? Yeah.
I don't see
he
his
doesn't look.
Am I muted?
Okay.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Now we can.
Now we
but
can.
you just look like you were talking, but
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
All right.
It's that time of night where his gum get loose, so he just like.
He's like Jolly Rancher hit.
It's just it'll be my voice and your mouth moving.
But Setoiyo was saying something. Go ahead.
I mean, you know, don't worry. You already know where you can find your boy this Thursday. Punchline, Philly, Setoiyo and Friends. I have a great show lined up for y'all. I think tickets are still available, so go to punchlinephilly.com. Go get those tickets. I have a tremendous lineup for y'all. I've got Ryan Foster. I've got Franklin T. Neblett. I've got Kat Mosley. I've got Alejandro Morales. I've got Rachel Fogletto. I've got Kenny Garcia. It is a great show that you're going to want to be a part of. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I am really, really excited for you to see us and see us entertain you. So I think that is a show you're not going to want to miss. So don't miss it.
It's a hell of a show.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Setoiyo and Friends, and you should go to that because I won't be this drunk.
or will you?
Or yes.
Not during the set. I'll be. I mean, I've had a lot of time to get drunk, and
watch her put a shirt on while doing a handstand.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Funny, Shannon chimes in because I feel like Rachel's "I'm too drunk" is like Shannon's "my battery is too low." That's what I start calling with
Right. That's true. You've been on here all this time.
Battery holding up. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I got it on low power mode. Low power mode, like it gets rid of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, except the camera. You right.
Okay. Battery's pretty low, so I'm gonna have to go recover.
Well, you guys don't know how it is to be blind, all right? You don't know. You don't know.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Man,
drop that bomb.
I wanted to ask you a question, but I was too sober. But now I'm like, because you were talking about,
please do.
You were talking about pheromones. Oh, I interpret it as pheromones because you were just like, yeah, like the people and the energy. And I know I feel that as a, and correct me if I'm wrong, as a person who sees. Is that not?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it's like, I know I crave that pheromone energy. And when you were just like, yeah, there's nothing like that energy, I was like, oh my God, I can't imagine what that's like. And I don't want to assume like heightened awareness, but when you were saying like that energy, I really wanted to know what that's like for you, is like how you feel that energy when you're live
Especially since you can sense blackness. Please tell us.
You know what? It's the I sense blackness because of that beautiful, positive energy, and I had two queens in the front, and I just knew
They smell like Sazon. Stop playing.
Smell cocoa butter.
Stop that goddamn.
They had adobo on their chicken. That's what it was. Aluminum foil in their bag.
They brought their own sauce. They brought their own sauce to the
They
restaurant.
brought their own. They was out here having chicken fingers, and they brought sweet baby rays with them. We already know what that is.
Exactly what it was. It was like chicken fingers and fries. I was like, aha! I want my fries fried hard.
I mean, I just really wanted to know about the energy, but that also turns me on. So, because I like.
The energy. I usually cheat. I listen to like the people who perform right before me, and then then that's where I go from. But once it's on, I don't know if I feel it any differently from any other comedian. When I get that first laugh, like that's when it breaks for me. That's when I really feel, and I love comedy in that moment. Can hurt.
Cute. That's cute.
Thank you, bro.
I still love comedy.
I was just curious to know your take on it. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't really. I can't say if it's any different, but I just know it's. I feel amazing. Just I don't know.
He's been doing comedy for 2 years, so he is like,
put him on blast.
This is why he's still loving comedy.
Hence why I said that shit sounds
I mean, I feel like I've been doing comedy for 2 years at this point.
It is kind of funny. I mean, like, I guess after a while you don't love it. I mean, you love the moments.
I love
right?
it, but not the way.
Right, you don't have that exuberance for it. And like, after I did my first set, like in front of people, I felt that exuberance, right? Like that kind of like, oh man, yeah.
Like the first high?
Like that. Not the I guess kind of the first high. The first time I did stand up and like got a high I was so fucking nervous that like it kind of canceled out, but it was just extreme emotions. Like I told a joke and then it got laughs and then I forgot the rest of everything. I was so nervous, but that was but like doing it in real life again gave me that high, but I don't want to, this is a joke that is very problematic, but I felt like I was in an abusive relationship and they finally like were nice. And I was just like, oh yeah, this is what it was like. But all I know in the back of my head there's hard times ahead, dog. Comedy don't love you at all. Comedy will beat the shit out of you when you fuck around. Sometimes you just react just to get it out so you could go back to the honeymoon stage. Look, the thing is, comedy don't love nobody.
Or does it?
Because that's what going back and performing feels like for me. It feels like I'm getting beat again. Like this has been the nice day. I just got thrown down the stairs. I did nacho last night.
Well, the crazy thing is, it's like I don't know if y'all ever saw Rocky Balboa, but it was that scene where like Paulie's talking to Rocky, and Rocky's like, "Yo, I want to get back in the ring," and it's like Paulie's like, "You got a lot of guts going back out there, knowing all that punishment you're gonna take."
Yeah,
which is I mean, again, like,
and I can't wait, nigga. What's up?
Yeah.
I love the act of doing it. I love the act of stand up, but let us not be mistaken. Like, I know that a lot of people are trying to force things to go back to what they were, and I don't particularly want that. I don't particularly care for that, especially the industry aspect of it. But it's like, you don't take a goddamn beating. Take a beating.
Yeah,
we do good nights to be bad nights.
That song is also not good.
It's a good song.
Terrible song.
I don't know the words. I'm just.
I mean, when you're real sad, when you're like real sad, it's good, but that's the only time it's good.
I've never been white enough to feel that way.
I always laughed at Love Hurts.
Never had enough seltzers in the world to feel that song, Setoiyo.
I'm just like, you got time to name all the things that hurt?
I don't do seltzers no more, except every now and again.
Oh, wow.
I got real hyped about that one.
All right, who else? Who else want to tell us where you're gonna be? Drop a pearl.
Oh, go ahead, Cecily.
Oh, my storytelling show, Truth Colors, is on Thursday. It's during Setoiyo show, but my show will still be available to watch. So if you buy your ticket, you can still watch it through October. So buy your ticket and watch the show after Setoiyo show. See?
Yeah.
Double promo.
Hell yeah, double trauma.
And Cecily, you're not in a hurry to side hug, right? Just to recap for the people.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. I don't want to touch people.
I'm actually gonna be going to Cecily's place to record the Truth Tellers story show, and I'm not gonna side hug you at all, promise. But yeah, I'm super
Cecily,
excited.
Shannon just put it out here that he gonna be live in person with you. And Shannon, don't never say nothing that a black woman don't put out there first.
Yes.
No. The reason
you out here putting out.
Like
She done said she don't want to be near nobody. Is your battery dying?
My computer broke.
Let it go.
I'm going to Best Buy too. But no, seriously, Cecily, I'm super thankful she invited me. It's gonna be an incredible show. And it's gonna be it's not gonna be me being silly.
It'll be safe. It'll be safe because
she about to punch you in your face when you show up.
Cecily cares about safety.
Shannon about to make it perform with his video on so I can see his swole up lip.
Even I know that about that. Like Cecily cares about safety. It will be safe. Everything is safe.
She's gonna wash her hands before she punch you in the eye.
She gonna hand sanitize.
And then afterwards,
I'm gonna have vision after.
You're gonna get these sanitized hands.
No.
I can promote something. You should. It's called DTF. See what I did there? I moved to the side. Yeah, because the mic's on a swivel. But yeah, no, DTF, the Darryl and Timmery Fun Hour. We did it monthly, and many of the people who you see here have been on the show. And then the president took society away, so now it's a podcast. And we still have found a way to have fun and to still learn shit and to be goofy. So anchor.fm/DTF show is where we are, but we're everywhere. We actually just got added to the Apple store. So, like it and commented and all that other things so that we can partner with some random people and make money. Maybe, probably not a lot, but yeah, DTF, we have fun doing it, and we've been doing it for 7 years, and you can come and see why. 7 years is far too long.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's
in the world of entertainment.
That's longer than 22 weeks.
Doing
That's
something
long.
Right. It's a good show. It's a really fun show.
Excellent show.
Yeah, it's super fun, and the only thing that is absolutely missing from it as far as the live show is the twerking. But sooner or later the twerking will come back.
Yeah,
and you can twerk while you listen.
Hey,
sometimes I'm twerking while we're recording.
All you gotta do is tell Timmery to play some Spank Rock, and Darryl get to twerking about 5:30 in the afternoon. I know this. A lot of y'all forget it's Darryl that's normally twerking first. That's the thing that you've got to remember.
No. I don't even think you understand. Yo, the thing that I taped last week. There was a I twerked. I was twerking. Like I don't even. It was one of the things.
Are you good at it?
He's very good at it. That boy.
You ain't seen the cakes.
You know
about the cakes.
We don't know.
You want that problem?
Am I good at it?
Plenty people blush.
She don't want no problems. She don't want no
cakes,
problems.
boy.
I'm not going to do it on here. But,
okay. I guess not. I mean, it would be a nice little treat.
What do you want? $5? I'll tip you.
Go right now.
I have made
I'll
bartenders
throw
not know
some
what they
virtual
doing.
dollars at you. You twerk. Darryl,
Everybody
I had
want
my 35th birthday. I couldn't go to the Republican and put dollars in titties. If you twerk, I'll send you virtual dollars because I couldn't do it.
God damn it! Really?
So Darryl, what you want to hear? Darryl, what you want to hear, nigga? What you want to hear?
To hear anything?
I got give you host capabilities so you can really hook up his.
I'm gonna put up WAP. You want WAP? You want WAP?
Give me the WAP.
Give me the WAP. This is ridiculous.
Get WAP on this nigga, man.
This is ridiculous. Nigga, we've been in the house for 6 months straight.
What's your Venmo?
Now, only thing is, if we start playing licensed music, we might get shut down. But let's do it.
Oh wait, okay. I don't want anything like that to happen.
Damn it.
You want us to do a beat? You want us to sing "Can You Feel It"?
Because it's Cecily's birthday and we didn't get her the other gift.
Can you like make it rain on Venmo? Like, can you just like do like continuous dollars on
we
Venmo?
about to get it. We about to hold on. Let me get this spotlight ready. Oh, I see waistband. Hold up.
Oh, you see that? You see that? Don't you see that? Don't don't.
Yeah, I got a curve.
You see that thing? Hey, Darryl, that shit get loose, boy. Let it get loose on him. That meat. Meat. That's light work. He's not even trying right now.
Wait, you got to back up like 4 inches.
Yeah, you got to back up.
Yeah, because we didn't see it all. We just saw the curvature.
No, hold on. I'm making it rain on Venmo.
It would be nice to have full
I don't know how else to do it.
Do get the hands on the knees.
Well, we can't hear you because your mic ain't by your face.
Put the mic towards your face. Mic towards your face.
When I put the hands on the knees and I go for it.
I'm literally just doing the rain umbrella emoji, and I'm just doing like I'm trying to flick dollars at Darryl like virtually.
It's
I'm like
the cakes. Look, this is thankfully I'm wearing pants. Jesus.
I mean, you don't have to. I guess you maybe have to. You have to legally, probably.
I mean, actually, no. Butts are okay, right? Typically. That's not the point. I'm not trying to.
Why is it giving me error? I want to pay for the shimmies.
The
shimmies gave me the old razzle dazzle. They don't
no razzle
dazzle.
So it get a little bit of the cellulite pop, and we out here. But yes,
shit! Listen to this, guys. Venmo. You cannot pay or charge the same person the same amount within the same note within 10 minutes. You can't
spam money.
You can't make it rain on your friends if they work.
This is not
you can't just do like dollar. You have to wait 10 minutes.
Crazy.
That's stupid.
But no, they weird about money transfer.
There should be a way to make it virtually rain on my friends.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously now I know to put more money, but
yeah, I mean,
you can do a virtual
probably something about like
virtual
stripping or some shit like that. Like a lot of internet law is like very punitive.
Anti-sex worker because like we can fuck people and pay for it in every way except being.
I don't want to hear nothing about
it
on here because ain't none of y'all help me out to get one.
I just helped you out.
I'll help you.
Darryl.
Do you want to fuck? I'll help you fuck somebody. I know sex.
We trying to get Dennis Rodman. We trying to start a campaign.
I don't know Dennis Rodman, but I can get like a good person. I'm guaranteed I could get like a decent person that's not Dennis Rodman, but like a good person.
I mean, honestly, look, you know Rachel is full of the truth right now.
I do know.
Yeah.
So she's not kidding when she says it. But I'm just gonna put it out here that we are still being streamed. So you don't bring Foster Sesta on this.
Yeah, you're right.
On SUCS.
I was just kidding. It's part of my bit.
It's a joke. We're all
funny. It's watch us quarantine to find out more.
Waka waka.
Waka waka.
All the bits. It's part of my little skit.
We're comedians.
We're comedians. We make jokes.
So
I don't know any.
Do you get humor? You don't even get humor. These are jokes. Chill. God. Can you relax?
Zoom is gonna come for us all. Zoom is gonna come for us all.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Keane, where you gonna be?
Listen to DTF. That's all I got to say. Yeah, please.
I was hoping to come back to you for more twerking in a bit. Actually, I was hoping.
I understand. We've all been stuck at home. And this is I don't really put the cakes on display. I have to be a lot more. I got to be Rachel drunk.
No, I've seen you that drunk.
Oh, you've seen me that. Oh, I mean, yeah, Cecily, you'll be hanging out. Because yeah, I don't need to go into all of the stories. Because
I love when y'all grind
Keane
on
turn
each
his
other.
head one time.
Yeah, it's
I made Keane turn his head one time. He was up at the top bar at Helium, and then I started twerking, and he was like, "Whose ass is that?"
You started twerking at like 4 a.m, and it was like I think I had hosted that weekend, and you were twerking on a person.
Who was it? One time you, Setoiyo, and Frank were all dark liquor twerking on each other at Fergie's. That was a delightful moment for me.
Wait, how did I not see this?
Wait,
I think it was after Darryl. What happened? Somebody had just done a set, and then the three of y'all did Black Boy Joy.
Yeah,
I'm sure you were all drinking dark.
I do remember that it was a dark liquor night, and I don't remember the night, but I remember that happened.
Setoiyo, you were twerking? Is your nipple out? What's going on?
My nipple.
Oh my goodness, spotlight.
Setoiyo looked like he fell asleep in that tank top.
Best birthday ever.
Finally, dark nipple
and a nipple.
Whole nipple is out. I don't know what to say. I don't even know. This is what the tank top does. I don't know.
You're not even charging for that. You could probably charge for that.
I could probably charge for that, but why not be graceful in these moments?
Free to
We're all
nipple,
at home.
baby.
We're all at home suffering.
It's my birthday. Thank you.
Yeah, especially since
she got some titties, she got some ass.
There we go.
There
we go.
Some titties there.
It's the best birthday ever.
on Sunday we talked at length about dark nipples, so I'm just happy.
Listen. The dark nipple. I was born in the darkness, so all I know is the dark.
So
all I know is this dark nipple life.
You really adopted the darkness.
I didn't see a pink nipple until I was like,
yeah, I didn't even know you could have nipples that weren't dark. I had to see a white. Know that. It's like, and not even on TV. Like
a lot of whites, I guess.
Even in
a lot of whites.
Softcore porn, it's somewhat dark. I had to see a white in real time to know that nipples be pink out here.
I mean, come on now. We ain't.
And then you were so cool with it. You just kept going.
I was happy to be there.
So she out here.
I didn't know black nipples could be pink until I saw Preach's nipples. I was 43 when I learned about pink black nipples.
Yeah.
That is legitimately the ninth wonder of the world.
You got some albino nipples.
Bodies are fascinating things.
They are very fascinating. Yeah.
Yo, Keane, where are you gonna be at?
My bad. This Friday.
Change that subject real quick.
This Friday.
You still got the girls out though. Just one girl.
This Friday I'm gonna be at Punchline for Peggy and friends. Peggy O'Leary. She just grouped up a whole smorgasbord of comedians, and we're gonna entertain people. Aside from that, I think I'm gonna be in the Digital Fringe this year with my team study hall. So do check that out. Go listen.
In August?
No, it's in September.
It's September, cool.
Go look up Alt Black. That's a podcast I do with two of my very close friends. Who can be considered problematic for their own reasons from time to time. So go listen to that. And since Darryl and Setoiyo brought gifts for Cecily, I have to bring a freaking gift.
You better go ahead.
What is happening?
Hold on.
You better give it a roll. Hey! You better bring those in frame. Tilt to your left. Bring them in the frame.
Wait, my bad. Hold up. You're right. That's my fault. Hold up.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
That's better.
You and the captain make it happen.
Wait.
Heartbeat.
Wait. Heartbeat.
There we go. Hey.
This is great.
that I
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
My heart.
What
I
a
can twerk too.
Yo,
I got this
I
towards
know.
me
That's what I
dancing.
thought she was going to give. I thought she was going to give us some back roll.
That is like, yo, that is.
This is like the
amazing.
three. What was it? The three Freaknik niggas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody bring their own gift. You know what I mean?
Y'all mind if I wild out for a second?
That was great.
Oh my God, Keane,
This was great. Thanks so much, you guys.
You're welcome.
Make sure your birthday ends with a bang. Well, you know what I mean.
Well,
Virtual.
not
Well,
going to
it
end with
could
that.
still
but
happen.
Maybe
yeah.
it
With
could
some
still
sizzle.
happen.
You have 8 minutes to make Cecily's birthday end
I
with a
could get that
bang
done
on
twice.
the East Coast.
Oh shit! Sorry.
East, but Pacific
8
time,
minutes.
you have another 3 hours.
Don't be
Girl, so
a
that's a lifetime.
dickhead. Don't be a dickhead. Just be cool. You know?
Don't be a dickhead. Be a whole dick for Cecily.
Huh?
The
Thank
whole
you.
thing.
Yes.
Take a whole-
We talking about Shaft. Can you dig it?
That was poetry.
This is great.
All right, so y'all can catch me on Thursday at Punchline for Setoiyo and friends. I'm so excited. I'm all the feelings. Yes. So Punchline Philly, part of the patio series on Thursday. And that, thank you. Who did that? Thank you. And I
Darryl.
hate you, but it was the right thing to do.
No,
there's
no.
that.
People want to see you, Kat.
And I'm going to say it the frame. Thank you. So that's Thursday. And then Saturday, I'm going to be back at Punchline. I'm going to go and watch Peggy O'Leary and Friends on Friday. And then I'm going to go to Punchline on Saturday for David James and Friends. I'm also going to be on that. Doors are at 7. Tickets are super reasonable. Y'all still got your unemployment money. So tickets are super. And some of y'all kept your jobs. So super reasonable.
Mental health
Come
is important.
out. Yes, very, very, very important. And comedy is mental health. It is. We are interpreting and converting the pain and bringing it to you in the form of joy. And liberal friends, we hang with y'all. We're probably going to hang out and congregate with y'all when the world opens up again. But we are not looking for your agreement. We are looking for your joy, y'all. Come out and bring your mask and have fun. Have fun at these rooms. Also, you can still catch truth tellers even if you go to the live shows. Definitely get up on the truth teller show. You can do that now, right, Cecily? They can buy tickets, get in
buy
touch
your
with you,
tickets
and get
now.
all the
I
updates
posted
now.
it in the Facebook thing too.
Yep. So
Click
we
that
still
link.
here. Yep. And then Sunday, you will probably see all of us again Sunday night at Sucks to Be Quarantined, our 22nd week. So we have been some very not going nowhere type motherfuckers. I'm super proud of that. So you can catch us all over the place. Y'all want to throw many jewels while I close out this stream?
It only takes
No,
20
thank
days to
you.
pass the coronavirus. We are in week 22 of Sucks to Be Quarantined, which didn't start until like week 3 of this nonsense. Think about your choices.
A weekend, but yes, still.
Think about your choices. This is all because nobody went to go vote in 2016. All right,
yeah.
I'm getting into Rachel territory. This is only because you fuckers didn't vote. Y'all said, it's all whack.
You were sad about Hillary.
No, I know she's gonna win. I'm not gonna vote.
I'm not gonna
Hillary's
vote
anyway.
It's my protest to do it now because I don't vote the other 3 years in between where the shit actually matters. I'm gonna pick this 4th year to not do nothing, and then guess what happened? Pestilence.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the bug with you, and I'm gonna say it the same way that I said it in 2016. Jewel that I can drop for y'all. Any of you liberal-minded folk that are feeling some pause, and you feel like you can't vote now, I will say the same thing that I said in 2016. If you don't want to vote for Hillary Clinton, don't tell me about what you feel for Black people, because you don't care about Black people, so far as I am concerned. Because the reality of the situation is that when you are voting for a president, it's not marriage. You're not looking for the one. Motherfucker, you're on the bus. Which route is going to get you to where you need to get the fastest?
Yeah.
All right, you are on the fucking bus. A lot of y'all looking for the one. And I will say this right now, and I mean this very sincerely, especially for you people that think that you're liberal-minded or whatever, but your morals and your conviction, and I've heard this before, Fuck that, I went with my conscience. You don't give a fuck about no niggas. Don't tell me about what you care about. Don't tell me about what you care about. Because this country has sustained itself and it has gone on this long because Black people have been there to drag you kicking and screaming. Because what you now see is you see a society that is emotionally immature. We are a society that is incapable of doing the emotionally and the mentally responsible things to get through this. Other societies have gotten through this in mere weeks, and we lack the basic mental capacity to put ourselves at the back burner for the greater good of society. So I swear to you right now, if you have issue with the choice that you have to make, you don't know what the fuck this place is, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There's a T-Rex outside.
All right, that was it.
That was tricep firing right there.
All right.
They done closed
see
the
y'all
gym.